Help us break down this mystery. Grab a seat, we guarantee you're in wonderful company, unraveling these mysteries with Mr. and Mrs. E. Mr. and Mrs. E.
Launch sequence activated. Prepare for light speed.
Keeping the missing relevant with Mr. E, Mrs. E. Let's not forget the sweet and E, and of course the best grand E, unraveling these mysteries. Stay a while and share your thoughts. Help us break down this mystery. Grab a seat, we guarantee you're in wonderful company, unraveling these mysteries with Mr. and Mrs. E.
Auntie, is that you? Yes. Bring in the crime dogs. It's time.
Unraveling these mysteries. Stay a while and share your thoughts. Help us break down this mystery. Grab a seat, we guarantee you're in wonderful company, unraveling these mysteries with Mr. and Mrs. E. Unraveling these mysteries with Mr. and Mrs. E.
Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the Mr. E Crimecast. I am Mr. E. I'm joined tonight by Mrs. E and our guest, Auntie. How's everyone doing?
Good. How are you guys?
Good, good. Well, we We're happy to be back here. We've got a lot of plans for the month of February. We'll probably talk about that a little bit later on. But first, just want to welcome everybody for joining us. I see Ruby for Justice, Find Summer's Truth, 5175, Pamke, Deanna D, Holly Naomi, NorCal Sogal. Let's see, Medic Biker, PJ, good to see you back. One of our mods there. Angel Wings, Wowzer. So we appreciate everybody joining us. Melissa French, and I'm Quilting. So lots of our favorite people joining us for this tonight. Anything you want to kind of get into before we get started on this?
I want everybody to mark their calendars for next week on the, what did we just say?
The 11th.
The 11th at 6 p.m. Central. We are going to have a special guest. We are going to have Detective Dan, and he's going to discuss the Sebastian Rogers case with us.
Yes. So Detective Dan is one of our favorite people. We've known Dan for years, since before we were married.
Mm-hmm.
So he's a great friend to us, and he is a Nashville detective, and he's now retired. So he is going to come out, and we're going to talk about the Sebastian Rogers case with Dan on the 11th.
Mm-hmm.
So I think
former Metro police officer for Nashville. Yeah.
Yes, for former Metro police officer. Most of his career was as a detective, and so we were excited to have him come out and talk with us about the case.
He's coming out to the house, so he's going to be in studio with us. And for members, I'm going to put up a thing in our community for you guys to send us some questions.
Oh yeah, good idea. So I think that's what we're going to do. Is we're going to walk Dan through a lot of the case. I think he's familiar with some of it. We're going to go through some things and get his thoughts from his perspective on Sebastian's disappearance and what he thinks. He's a great guy. So asking him questions, his thoughts about approach and techniques and all of that kind of thing will be a lot of fun to do. And I think he's going to enjoy it also. So hopefully it'll be the first of other visits. If you've been with us a long time, occasionally I've texted a quick question to one of my law enforcement friends. It's usually Dan is the guy that I'm asking that question of. So and we've talked about having him on for a long time. We just never got around to actually nailing down a date.
He was going to last time, but then everything happened with Middle E, and we just kind of abandoned ship on it. So
yes,
that was about a year ago.
But so we'll probably have another live stream before then,
yes,
or two, and so but we'll make sure to mention it. So our plan for the month of February is to make
it's Sebastian focused.
Yeah, a month of Sebastian focus on his case. We've got a lot of different ideas of other possible angles and guests and such leading up to that anniversary, because there will be a lot of interest, and so hopefully we'll get new people looking at the case, and maybe someone out there knows something. Of course, is always the number one hope.
And yes, Melissa, and hello, it's nice to see you. Wednesday at 6 p.m. Central, I am going to go ahead and set it up because we want to have a big turnout for Dan. He's a great guy, and you guys are going to love him. Love him. So
yes, he's a great guy and very funny guy too.
Yes,
so
he'll fit right in with all of us.
Yeah, so you'll enjoy Dan, I'm sure.
And also I wanted to thank Wowzer. Wowzer came out of the gate strong, gifted 10 memberships. If you received a gifted membership from Wowzer, please tell her thank you. That is very kind of you, Wowzer. We appreciate you so much. And you get my special Sally Field. So hold on one second.
But I want to say thank you to you. I haven't had an orthodox career, and I've wanted more than anything to have your respect. The first time I didn't feel it, but this time I feel it, and I can't deny the fact that you like me. Right now, you like me. Thank you.
So thank you very much, Wazzer. We do appreciate you. So let's and do you have any other kind of things we want to announce or talk about before we get into it?
Looks like Ruby would like some prayer. She's taking some antiviral medication to keep up with the symptoms. So
Sounds like a flu.
yeah, and our sweet Romy too also has the flu. So please, thank you, Sharon, for the coffee fund. You know what? We need more coffee. I've got Mr. E drinking percolator coffee now. So
Yeah.
We've got to have it. So thank you, Sharon.
Trying to make me a
Marlowe.
little healthier.
Yes, I'm working on healthy.
Yeah, so I'm having mine with like honey, which is working for me.
But
Where I
heavy
can
cream.
I can drink it and it's not okay. I do have to back off on the cream eventually.
Yes.
I would recommend for a healthy cream a grass-fed organic half and half.
Okay, thank you, Fancy Pants.
No,
we're just
no,
gonna
that's
get
just
our
that's a-
Land O'Lakes or whatever it is.
That's a very healthy. You can get it at Publix or Kroger or anywhere, but it's a very healthy alternative for creamery. You can get grass-fed organic half and half. It's very rich and it tastes great.
Like $30 a carton, or what is it?
No, a 16-ounce carton is about $3.49.
I know, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, but he goes through like one of the big ones from Costco like every few days.
Oh, no, well.
Am I wrong?
What's your definition of few?
A week, less than a week.
Did I go through it in less than a week?
Mhm.
Okay. Well, coffee it's still probably less expensive than going to Starbucks, though.
Yes.
Oh, heck yeah.
But thank you so much, Sharon Marlowe. That is so sweet of you. We appreciate your support so much.
Yes, we do appreciate the
And
coffee
did you
fund there.
see Bliss Blessings has been a member now for 15 months.
Look at her pups.
I know.
Oh,
They
yeah.
look very familiar.
Well, thank you, Bliss Blessings. We appreciate you being with us for that long, and prayers for the Guthrie family for sure. Boy, I'm sure many. If you haven't seen it, we're going to play that video later. The video that the three siblings did for their mom, talking to the potential kidnapper. Really, really awfully sad. But if you're not familiar with this case at all, we are going to kind of go into that. What's happened, everything that happened today with the arrest, the press conference, what we learned from that, the reward, everything involving this. But
There's a lot of weirdness with this whole situation. A lot of backstory too from family. It's just a weird case.
I know we've all been following it, I think, on our own different ways. I'm sure you know things I don't about it. But let's I'm going to pull up I'll pull up her picture here.
Do you want me to do it or you?
I've got the like this. Is that good? This is
That'll be fine.
This is the missing person flyer that the sheriff's department has put out.
Sorry, Thought Criminal said Cameron Guthrie just posted a new plea on his Instagram. Like just now.
Okay, we'll go to that too. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot going on. This case is moving really fast, but this is Nancy Guthrie, the mother of Today Show host Savannah Guthrie. She's 84 years old. She's of course female. She's 5'5", weighs approximately 150 pounds. She has brown hair and blue eyes. And the sheriff's department really confirmed the timeline today. But a little after 5 o'clock on the 31st, she was at her family's residence for dinner. Her son-in-law brought her back home at around 9:48 and took her back to her home there in Tucson, Arizona. She goes inside through the night. The next day, she's not at church. So the family gets a phone call from church members saying Nancy wasn't at church today. Someone goes to the home, and shortly after realizing she's not there and whatever else they saw at the scene, made them want to call 911 pretty quickly. So a little after noon on the 1st, 911 was called. And then there was a search initially. I think for the first few hours, it was just a missing person type of search. And then sometime after that became a criminal investigation. So of course, this has gotten a lot of attention because of the celebrity aspect with Savannah being the daughter. And then also just the mystery surrounding it. It's really your first thoughts are, okay, maybe she has some kind of mental deficiency. Maybe she wandered from the home. but that doesn't seem to be the case. The family has all said she's very sharp and wasn't really, losing her faculties at all, and isn't very mobile. That she really couldn't wander very far from the home, um, and that she needs medication to survive. So her being gone for any significant time is alarming, and didn't take any of these medicines with her. Um, and of course, in the days since, uh, the pictures of the front porch have come out, and there's clearly blood coming from the home. We do know now that is Nancy's blood near the doorway, and we're going to play the sheriff's press conference, but he'll confirm in that the blood is leading from the home and not into the home.
Okay.
And
Yeah, they said they actually did find some evidence of blood inside the home as well.
Yeah, and then he gets real cagey about answering those questions. He kind
Yes, he
of,
does.
but so some things are being revealed to us, some are being withheld. And when we play the press conference, I think some of what we're going to do is you're going to kind of learn a lot by what they're not saying
Right.
at times.
Right. I don't know if you want to pull up that timeline picture that shows about the Ring cameras and all that. I sent it to our group.
Did you even see it?
I didn't see that one, so if you want to put that up, that's okay. I don't have it prepped.
Okay, hold on, I'll get it.
It's just real specific on the timeline. I thought it was interesting.
Yeah, and the sheriff did a real nice job walking through the timeline in the press conference too. He confirmed a lot. He was very open. He confirms a lot of,
too.
He was talking about how they were able to confirm where she was at certain times in the home because of electronics and things. Sarah says they can't go back and watch her doorbell camera because she didn't have a subscription. If my husband ever gets ours hung up, must get the subscription.
Yes, if you don't have a
Yeah.
subscription, it does not go to the cloud. And some people, they can still pull it out of the cloud. I think that the companies have a way to do that, but they're not always forthcoming with it, I don't think.
Yeah, so let's go through this timeline. This is a great graphic here.
Hi, Dr. Pepper Princess. Nice to see you.
Oh, this must be what he was looking at the press conference, because everyone was kind of looking up at the wall. Yeah, so you can see here, Nancy went to her family's home for dinner around 5:32,
And that was via an Uber. She took an Uber to her daughter's house.
Yes, so took an Uber to Annie, the other daughter's home. They take her back home. What I was reading was that the son-in-law took her home at 9:48. I don't know if Annie was with him or not, but
Well, they asked the sheriff that he would not specify. He said family members, and he would not, because they asked him that point blank, and he would not answer that.
okay.
I thought that was odd.
Yeah, people reported son-in-law. So I don't know if they're accurate or not, or if they're off on that. But
Unfortunately, people try to be the first out with everything, and sometimes they don't get it right. So
yeah,
we need to be careful.
You kind of got to go with whatever you think of People Magazine, I guess. But the sheriff did confirm that he knows she was home, or that at least he was able to confirm that someone went into the home at 9:48 because the garage door opened, and then it was closed 2 minutes later at 9:50. So that's kind of great for timeline purposes there. Bliss Blessings she says she has a crazy theory. I'm going to email to you, Mrs. E, just for you to check out after the live. It's not anything that's been discussed.
Oh,
okay.
That's interesting. Thank you so much for the $5 too. We appreciate you.
And someone mentioned, yes, and thank you for the
scrubbing of the social media. That was done very quickly. I thought that was interesting. Full House show said someone scrubbed Nancy's social media of the political stuff she wrote. So she did have some political views. And I will tell you, Savannah's husband is a professional scrubber. He worked for the Clinton administration, scrubbing things off of the internet about them, different things like that. So we've got some political ties to around surrounding her.
A scrubber?
a profession.
Uh,
He owns a company that gets people's information and things off the internet. It's like what that they call them professional scrubbers. They take things down off the internet. Anything that you posted, things you don't want on there, different things. There's bigger companies that do it now, but he did it back right when the internet first started. That's what his company did, and I thought that was really interesting. There's more. I'm doing some more digging on that right now, but that's what I found out so far.
Well, yeah, I mean,
and who knows? 5464 says another channel says they made an arrest on the ransom. Did you all hear that? Yes, we did. I think we were going to go over that, right?
yes. So yeah, I've got his
Bliss
stuff and his
says,
name and everything.
Never
We're gonna go
mind,
over
that was going to be hers. You ruined it, Aunt E.
Oh, I'm so sorry, Bliss.
No,
but
go ahead
no,
and
there's.
send it.
Yeah, please send it because I'd like to know your thoughts as well. And I've been going down the rabbit holes, and there's some political things that I think are intertwined with this situation, and it may or may not have anything to do with it, but it's awful coincidental.
Well, it could be. I mean, I think
this world, everybody's intertwined politically. It feels like.
I think that's part of why so many people are interested in this, is because it seems like this really is one where it could be a lot of things. It could be, it could have to do with Savannah's career and her celebrity. It could be a stalker, someone trying to impress her, trying to connect to her.
You just don't know.
It could be something political. It is Arizona. And there's, there are things that go on there.
Well, it's near the Mexican border. You've got cartels.
Yeah.
You've got things like that as well. That all kinds of things like that happen. And I believe they had a few weeks ago, some kind of potential abduction, and they were asking the sheriff about that, and he wouldn't elaborate. But they were wondering if they were tied to this incident, if that one was tied to this one.
Well, actually, I want to get everybody's there was something I wanted to do about our kind of initial theories as we kind of dig into it before we get too far in. But I want to go through the timeline first, and then we'll do that. So then the doorbell camera disconnects. So their doorbells is just disconnected at 1:47 a.m. At 2:12 a.m., software detects a person on camera, but no video is available. So someone could have walked by, or an animal, or anything could have happened right there at 2:12. Then 2:28 a.m., the pacemaker app shows a disconnect from the phone. So you've got a pretty big window of some kind of weird activity happening from 1:47 a.m. to 2:28
16 minutes
a.m. Okay. And then so the next morning, 11:56 a.m. is when the family gets to Nancy's house, and 7 minutes later, 911 is called, and then patrol arrives 12 minutes after that at 12:15 p.m. One thing I was hearing early on was that the family had waited an hour to call 911, but that clearly was not the case after today. The sheriff cleaned up that timeline and said it was just basically 7 minutes later, which is a reasonable. If you go to someone's home, you can't find them. There's, 7 minutes later is a reasonable amount of time to call 911.
Oh, I agree. Not like 30 minutes.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Not like 30 minutes later is not a reasonable amount of time to call 911.
Yeah, 7 minutes is adequate to really thoroughly search the house and property.
Right. To check everything, call a few numbers, look in the garage,
look around the house,
check closets, backyard, and then you call 911.
And then be proactive and go ahead and call.
Right. That's an innocent sounding timeline to me. But anyway, so like I said, I wanted to get into just our, we talked about it a few months ago when we were looking at a case, the idea of bicameral thinking. So, which is where you kind of consider two ideas. One is your instinct, like your emotional gut instinct, first thing that pops in your mind, what you're just basically the right side of your brain is thinking. And then the other view is your more logical, precise, evidence-based form of logic thinking, where you start looking at the evidence and see where does that lead you. And you kind of want to, some people lean more one way or the other. They trust their gut or they trust the evidence. But it's really, most rules of logic are that it's really better to try to use both and see how they compare as you study through
Mhm.
something. So I wanted to see what our gut instinct was on this case when you heard about it. What was your initial, when you first kind of learned the first few bits of what was going on here? What did you first believe? Like, what was your gut telling you on this case? Were you thinking stranger abduction, family walked away? What do you think? What, Auntie, do you have an
Have her
initial
go
gut instinct?
first because I
Yeah,
don't.
I had a targeted gut feeling. It was a targeted. It was targeted. It was not random, and immediately felt like it was um, politically motivated.
Okay,
That's
so
what
that was your initial.
that
Okay.
was my initial thing. I said that to my husband. I won't tell you exactly what I told him because it's conspiracy theory ish, and I
Okay.
try not to get into that. But I feel like there's a lot of weird things surrounding this, enough to send up some red flags for me on, and that's what had me start digging into the backgrounds of people, and everything immediately. And there's even more strange things that I found out just after that initial gut feeling that something is something strange.
Okay, that's good because it's different from mine, but that's good. Do you have one?
My initial thought is that it's someone who's familiar with the house and someone who knows her. I'm not sure. I'm not ready to pin down who I think it is yet. But
Okay.
it's someone who's definitely familiar with the house, familiar with her. She knows them, and they're familiar with the surroundings.
I'll just say my first gut instinct was that whatever happened, not knowing even anything about the people or who's even in the family, was that it would be, if we find out eventually, that it would be money and family. That was kind of my
Right.
my gut instinct on
Money or family or money.
money involving family. That was kind of my just when I first read the story, that's what I thought. Okay, whatever this is, it's going to involve money and family. But I don't know.
I agree. I think that's a logical. Mine's a more off
That's why we
conclusion.
love you.
Yeah, but I also think that it could very well be explained by somebody needing money and her refusing to give them money. And I agree with Mrs. E. I think it's someone that's very familiar with her.
And
yes.
Webs of Deceit. Good point. Also familiar with the camera and the settings. That's very interesting.
Yeah.
They didn't think about that pacemaker though, I don't think. But someone that was wanting to hold her for ransom or whatever, you would think if they'd have known her, they would have taken her medicine just to make sure that she was okay because if that's your motivation is money and taking her to get money, you would want her to stay alive. You wouldn't want her to have a heart attack. You wouldn't want her to go into some kind of distress or not be with medicine that she has to have to live. So that kind of made me think in a different direction because I thought the same thing as well, that it could be family and money motivated.
Yeah, I think there's a lot of possibilities. Yeah, even before I knew anything about the camera being disabled or just that she just kind of what the basic, that's what I first thought. I don't know. I don't have a real strong feeling at this point about any of it. So Sarah says she thought it was because of someone in the family. Cindy says inside job. I'm quoting someone she knew. The more you look at the evidence of it, it looks like it does have to be someone she knew, which could be an Amazon delivery person or a sibling or an in-law or a child or anyone. I wanted to look at like her financials and see what she was all about.
Real quick, did you think wannabe sleuthing something for being a member?
I love her kitty cat.
I did not see that come through, but thank you, want to be sleuthing something. We appreciate you being a member with us.
She's been a member longer. I'm not sure.
I think it was just a join back or something.
Yeah.
And now I'm curious, the Full House show, what did you get, bringing what up did you get kicked off of chats for? Just curious what that was.
And that's a great name.
Oh, I
Full
thought
House
this
show?
was, yeah, that's cute. Cindy said, I agree, Aunt E. That's the meds that got me, but I don't think the motive was to get money. I felt the motive was revenge.
Ooh, interesting,
So
Cindy.
that's interesting.
There was an Amazon package on the porch.
Oh,
Yeah.
Nicey Marie, that's another good idea. She said, I think the ransom is a cover up for what happened at her house. I think fake ransom, in my opinion.
And
You think it
it's-
might have been something that went down that went bad? I don't know. I just think the time of night makes it not probable. Like if it was a family member going to her asking for money, they wouldn't go at 2:00 in the morning. They would come to her house at a normal time when she's up and say, if it was something like that, that somebody in the family wanted money or wanted something from her, it wouldn't be at that time of night.
I actually said this
What
last
if
night.
she-
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
What if she was followed in the garage or something,
Not at 2:30 in the morning.
when she first got home?
I mean, that's possible.
Because
Sure,
we don't know
think
that
anything's possible right now. We're just
Well,
kind of
I
talking
mean-
it through.
Yeah.
I mean, the family drops her off at 9:48 and supposedly they see her close the garage at 9:50. So that would be kind of odd if they're right there.
Oh, right. If they witnessed her close the garage, which is what we would do if we were dropping our mom off, we would make sure she got in okay.
Yes,
and was
make sure
locked
that
up.
the door was right. Now,
Yeah.
could there have been someone waiting for her inside?
Maybe.
Possibly. Did they even look at that, that any activity earlier in the evening before she got home? I'm sure that they have looked at that, but that's something else to look at. Was somebody lying in wait until she went to bed to take her? But it's from the way that the doorbell camera disconnects and the way it was ripped off the house, I would say that it happened about the same time, that 147. And then the person was something was detected on software, and then they took her and got her out of the house. 2:28, she was far enough away from her phone or watch to disconnect the pacemaker. Because when you're
It would only go so
Bluetoothing,
far.
it only goes so far. So at 2:28 when they were taking her away from that area, and then you don't really know anything about the timeline after that point.
And what I was going to say is I actually brought this up. I was watching the Interview Room last night, and if you haven't watched it, it was really good. With Chris McDonough and Dr. Gary, and I put in chat, and I think that they liked my suggestion, but I was like, is it possible that this is that the ransom note is a red herring to draw away from someone close to her?
It could be.
I think it might be.
It could be.
Sometimes especially if she's deceased, sometimes people will try to insert themselves to misdirect police, sending in false tips or anything like that. And so a fake ransom note to make people look the wrong way. It's possible. But we're going to get into this in a bit with the ransom.
Oh, okay. Thank you. Let them send us a $5 super chat. Thank you. Let them. It's nice to see you. Hello, Mr. E Crimecast. Cameron Guthrie posted another video due to the ransom because the deadline was 5 o'clock today. Yeah.
Well, we'll go to that here in a second.
We will definitely do that. Thank you so much.
Yeah, we can pull that up.
Web of Deceit.
I don't have it.
Web of Deceit said not if she said no and then decided to set this situation up to cover up her going missing and passing to get inheritance money. I thought about that too. Does she have enough money that an inheritance would come in handy for one of the siblings? I know that Savannah's got plenty of money. I think her net worth's like $45 million or something. I don't know anything about the brother, but I know the sister and her husband. He's like a musician, so I don't think it's like a lucrative thing. And I think he also is a part-time or a teacher of some sort. And then the sister did something that also didn't make a ton of money. So I thought if anyone had money issues, it could possibly be them. And they are the closest, live the closest, and were the last ones to see her.
Yeah.
So, lots.
Yeah. And so Nancy herself worked for it looked like University of Arizona, I think as a clerk or something. She'd been widowed since 1988. And her house is worth about $1 million or so.
Mm-hmm.
But she may not be, I don't know how much money she had, but not like crazy wealth. But of course, I'm sure Savannah has taken care of her family and her mother also, to whatever extent she would have need. I mean, it looks like a very fine house and everything. So I don't know if it would be like anyway, I don't know if there's millions and millions of dollars at stake. Either way, doesn't look like that kind of situation, but who knows? Who knows really what?
And
Right.
Rosebud says it's been said that the neighbor mentioned someone tried to break into their home days prior, wondering if this was a random attempt, and she startled them. But why take her? I believe that was about 10 minutes away from her house. So I know that people are trying to relate that. I just don't know that that's related. I don't know. I mean,
the sheriff did talk about that briefly, but he said that they're looking at all connections.
Well,
but
yeah, you'd have to, right?
They just don't feel like that it was related at all, but that they are looking at it.
But I think it could be a break-in. I think it could be someone that came in trying to rob the home and got startled by Nancy and hurt her.
But robbers don't kidnap.
Well, if you have a body,
well, I mean, yeah, they might.
Thought,
I don't think the blood indicated a serious injury. It looked like, and it looked like just dropping blood, like from a bloody nose or like a arm scratch. Like I noticed some pictures of her arms where she bruised really easy, and you know how older people, their skin tear very easy. It looked like that kind of blood. It wasn't
I was arguing that last night because, when you get older, your skin is very thin.
Yeah.
And I know she and I both had a grandfather who, if a dog jumped on him, he would bleed. That's just what happened.
I mean, like
that's
barely.
what my dad was too.
Yeah. I mean, just your skin just gets paper thin, and the blood sits under the skin surface so shallowly that you can get just like a paper scratch and start bleeding. But it looked like that kind of blood and that type of blood, that cascading, dropping straight down kind of blood.
Right. That's what it reminded me of.
Yeah. It didn't look like an injury that she was like profusely bleeding and they carried her out of there.
Like maybe there was a little bit of roughness or something and she bled. That's what it looked like. It was very little.
And I did see that she was on a type of blood thinner.
And
so that will make it bleed.
Bliss says Savannah's brother is retired Air Force pilot.
Okay.
That looks like I was saying he's very reserved. He's very reserved, like he's really trying to hold it together.
So there's 3 siblings, right? There's the 2 daughters and the brother. Right. Okay. So let's play this first. This will be the message they put out last night. The TMZ and several other media outlets received ransom notes. The FBI and the sheriff's department has taken them seriously because they can't verify, or at least this one, they weren't able to verify whether it was authentic or not. So this will be their plea. And then we're going to play Cameron's because the deadline passed.
Hey, can someone in chat, mod or someone, please give me the link or send me the link for this new post from Savannah's brother,
Cameron?
I would really appreciate it.
Oh, I've got the Cameron's brother.
Oh, you already got it?
Yeah, I've got it.
I'm so sorry.
Yeah,
Never mind.
I'm going to play it after we play this. So
never mind.
So this is Annie, Savannah, and Cameron. Okay. And I'm not going to comment at all.
It's worth noting to watch their facial expressions and just watch the whole thing very closely.
Have we talked? Did we talk about this morning?
Yes.
Okay,
just briefly.
You saw what I noticed, right?
Yes.
Okay. Just let them.
On behalf of our family, we want to thank all of you for the prayers for our beloved mom, Nancy. We feel them, and we continue to believe that she feels them too. Our mom is a kind, faithful, loyal, fiercely loving woman of goodness and light. She's funny, spunky, and clever. She has grandchildren that adore her and crowd around her and cover her with kisses. She loves fun and adventure. She is a devoted friend. She is full of kindness and knowledge. Talk to her and you'll see.
The light is missing from our lives. Nancy is our mother. We are her children. She is our beacon. She holds fast to joy in all of life's circumstances. She chooses joy day after day, despite having already passed through great trials of pain and grief. We are always going to be merely human, just normal human people who need our mom. Mama, if you're listening, we need you to come home. We miss you.
Our mom is our heart and our home. She is 84 years old. Her health, her heart is fragile. She lives in constant pain. She is without any medicine. She needs it to survive. And she needs it not to suffer. We too have heard the reports about a ransom letter in the media. As a family, we are doing everything that we can. We are ready to talk. However, we live in a world where voices and images are easily manipulated. We need to know, without a doubt, that she is alive and that you have her. We want to hear from you, and we are ready to listen. Please reach out to us. Mommy, if you are hearing this, you are a strong woman. You are God's precious daughter, Nancy. We believe and know that even in this valley, He is with you. Everyone is looking for you, Mommy, everywhere. We will not rest. Your children will not rest until we are together again. We speak to you every moment, and we pray without ceasing, and we rejoice in advance for the day that we hold you in our arms again. We love you, Mom.
Love you, Mom.
We love you, Mom. Stay strong.
We love you, Mom. We love.
Sending
Okay, can you pause it for a second? Melissa had
Sure.
posted something and we missed it.
Okay.
She had sent us a super chat. Thank you all. I'm going to thank everybody with a video at the end. I didn't want to interrupt the flow. But thank you so much for the super chat. She says, my grandmother was wheelchair bound with money, but not millions. Family was always asking her for money. Just think it was plantish, but went the wrong way. I definitely think that's possible. And Angel Wings had a really good thing that she had mentioned as well. She said, Chris M said one of the blood splatter on the porch looks like she made contact to cause it.
Okay. I haven't looked closely at the blood spatter. I've got the images pulled up.
I looked pretty close at that for a while, and I really didn't think it looked like any kind of body contact at all. I thought it looked like droplets.
Right.
So I think this is Cameron's statement here. Does that show?
Yeah. And just, everybody in chat, there's a lot of people who are seeing.
Oh, yeah, we could talk about that first.
Yeah, well, there's a lot of people who are kind of saying the same things that I noticed there's something off. I don't know if it's because they're reading a statement. There's just something off about it. Savannah looks devastated. She looks like how I would look in this situation. She looks like somebody who is missing someone. This is how someone looks. For those of you who are confused by our other cases, that's what somebody looks like when they're missing someone.
Yeah, I mean, you can see the puffiness. It looks like she slept about 2 hours.
Yes. That's what that
in the
looks
last
like.
week.
Yeah. Unkept hair. I mean, she was distraught. She was distraught.
Yes.
The other two, I don't know about as much because,
I think the brother's stoic. He's military. I think he's stoic. He's trying to hold it together for the sisters. That's what I think.
Mm-hmm.
I think this too. There's a big difference between someone like Savannah who spent most of her life in front of a camera, and then the other two who probably this is their first time ever being on any kind of real platform. Most likely, there would be some, there'd be some nerves and that kind of thing when you're first time doing that. So that I think that's something you got to kind of consider when looking at the three of them sitting together. I mean, she's a performer. She speaks every day.
Oh.
So you know that there's advantage to that for her.
Um,
Nancy Grace had an expert on her show who described the one spot that was different as a smear, not a traumatic spotting.
Interesting.
Okay. Well, I've got those pictures all pulled up. We can go through those here in a bit. Too.
And
This
someone
was
said it kind of looked like a spatter from possibly a sneeze. I could buy that, or even a
could buy that.
cough with some blood.
You just
Possibly.
don't know.
Right.
yeah. I haven't looked closely
Oh,
at the blood yet, so I don't.
Sharon's got some breaking news. Sharon Marlowe, you're the best. They're going door to door in the sisters' neighborhood right now. A lot of agents.
Oh wow. Okay.
You may want to pull that news up, somebody.
That was a while. That was a couple hours ago.
Was it?
Well, still, that's big.
That's interesting, right?
I mean, they've said anytime they've gotten a tip that they're going door to door, and when they've gotten tips, that dictates kind of where they're checking. He kind of specifically said not just Nancy's neighborhood, but other areas that are of interest.
Welcome in, Marley. Marley says, regardless, the others did not look two-faced, maybe in shock. I mean, yeah, shock. I mean, who knows? People, people, I was going to say people grieve differently or handle these things differently, but I don't know, I don't know.
They're just, they also know that they're being looked at.
Right.
And that they're being scrutinized because, I mean, I don't know what happened here, but everybody will first look at the last person to see her. And we know that just the odds are it's someone in her orbit. It could be a neighbor, a family member, someone she goes to church with, or the paper boy. I mean, it could be a lot of, it could be
I mean, we've seen crazier things, guys. It could be anything.
Not that there's paper boys anymore.
Wouldn't that be nice though if there were like milk?
They hardly have
boys?
papers anymore.
Right.
I would love it if
the
somebody would
milkman.
bring fresh milk to my cold milk to my front door.
The door-to-door vacuum salesman
in a glass container.
No vacuums.
But anyway, so we do have a pretty good idea that it is likely someone that at least cased the house, had some familiarity with her, and
enough to know,
how to avoid certain things. I just want to see what Cindy says. I kind of think she answered the door because she knew who was there and there was a struggle.
Oh,
you can see the plant torn off on the porch. Also, the plant matter is on top of the blood.
Interesting.
I think she
So
was
maybe
in
something
bed.
happened right
I
there.
think she was in bed asleep. Because if I was an elderly person alone in my home at night, I would never answer the door unless I knew it, unless I knew who it was.
So
and it was I would only answer for family.
Right.
I want to tell Thought Criminal, thank you for being here. I know it's early or late or something in England, but I know it's not the same time. So thank you for being here.
Good to see you, Thought
We're
Criminal.
always happy when you're here.
Had a Kirby salesman come by, she said.
A Kirby. No, Electrolux. Electrolux. That was the one.
I said vacuum salesman because that's what my grandfather did.
And hi, Holly, Naomi. It's nice to see you. Yes, many people have a fear of being alone at night for sure. Oh, okay. I thought you were in England. I'm sorry. I thought you said you were in England. I misunderstood.
New England, maybe. I don't know.
The colonies.
So I haven't listened to this at all. So let's see
to
what Cameron's got to say. Of course, there was a time frame given on this ransom note, the one that went to TMZ and others, and I guess this is a response.
Right,
now
because
that
the time ran out at 5 Pacific, I guess, or at Mountain.
So this came out, I think, within the last hour or so.
This is Cameron Guthrie. I'm speaking for the Guthrie family. Whoever is out there holding our mother, we want to hear from you. We haven't heard anything directly. We need you to reach out, and we need a way to communicate with you so we can move forward. But first, we have to know that you have our mom. We want to talk to you, and we are waiting for contact.
So, okay. That's, I mean, that leads to the reward too, right?
Yeah, there's a reward now also. The FBI did that at the press conference today. We could go to the press conference now if we want to do that.
Well, either way, Thought Criminal, I'm happy you're here.
Marley said that she pulled a tarot card today, and it came up that she was no longer in the physical, and the body was dumped not too far, about 20 miles from her house.
Interesting.
That is interesting.
And Wowzer thought the press conference was very good. Will you
Yeah,
make
this
that
was a great
screen
press
big?
conference. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And I like that they're updating the public, unlike some sheriff's offices we know.
Yeah, these guys were very open, as much as even when they couldn't be open, they kind of explained why they weren't.
Well, and I really like the fact that President Trump contacted them and offered the FBI immediately, and they went there. So, I mean, they're not
Oh.
taking it lightly.
That was a question. Did Cash come? People were talking about Cash Patel coming, so I didn't know. If
I had heard he's supposed to, but I don't know if he actually has.
I don't know.
Hi, Paige.
He
Turner.
wasn't at
Nice
the
to
press
see
conference.
You. Nicey Marie, nice to see you.
Yeah, so this is the local sheriff. I skipped a little bit here at the beginning until he kind of gets into the meat of it, and then we're going to hear he goes for about 10 minutes. I'm going to stop here and there as we see important stuff, and then the FBI agent will come on.
Right, thought criminal. Can I say this real quick? And this is the point I was going towards. So thank you for getting there. Mrs. E. Sebastian is the only other missing person that has a $50,000 reward other than this case. So
Yeah.
Nancy and Sebastian. Interesting.
Wow.
It is interesting, and this
very
is
interesting.
they clearly believe this is they've said this is a criminal investigation. He says it in this presser. He doesn't play games
Hi,
with
Nina.
that part of it.
Nice to see you.
So
That's
I'm
a good point, too.
all right. So this is the sheriff there, and you'll probably end up liking this guy.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Kind of informed of the rules. That I'm going to try to get as
Oh,
many,
we can't
if
hear
not
it,
all
huh?
of you.
I can hear it.
Opportunity to ask a question.
I can hear it.
But last time we tried this, it was just kind
I
of
can't hear
chaotic,
it.
people yelling. So I'd ask that you just kind
How
of
about
be
you
patient
guys in
with me,
chat? Can you
pay
guys hear
attention to
it?
questions asked, because sometimes you guys want to ask the same question twice.
Ooh.
And you get the same answer.
Thank you,
So
Alicia.
help yourself get what you can out of this. I'm going to give you one question and a follow-up. Okay. But before we
Oh,
get there,
Kelly, we
I do
didn't
have
talk
some
about
comments.
that. We
First
said
of
that it
all,
was 7 minutes. I can't hear it. Can you guys hear it in chat?
Yeah.
I can-
Yeah. I
Okay,
can.
then I'll shut my mouth then. I'm sorry.
Can you
I
turn
can't
the
hear it.
volume up on it though, Mr. E? Is it volume? Can you turn it up?
I'll
just
see if
a
it's
little
yeah,
There
a
you go.
little bit actually. Yeah,
bit? Okay.
he does mention that he's a low talker. At the beginning.
I'm so sorry.
I
I'll
want to
stop talking over. You might want to start over because I.
Oh, he hasn't gotten into
He hasn't
anything
said
important
anything
yet.
yet.
Yeah, I forgot that you couldn't hear it. Well, I don't. That's kind of a bummer.
That's okay. I have to
Uh.
step away and use the restroom anyway. I'll just watch it on my phone while you're playing it.
Okay.
begin by offering our condolences to our partners at the state Department of Public Safety's tragically lost 2 members last night in a helicopter crash up in northern Arizona. So if you would keep them in your prayers, Colonel Glover and his team, I'm sure, would greatly appreciate it. Along the same lines, I think you all saw last night, I'm trying to speak up, not yell, because apparently I talk soft. We saw last night the family, they just hurt, understandably so. And so I really want you to know this entire team here, those behind me, and our community are hurting with you. We really just want Mom back, okay? Right now, we believe Nancy is still out there. We want her home. Our department, the Sheriff's Department, along with all of our partners at the FBI, have been working around the clock. And we just want her home and get and find a way to get to the bottom of all of this, just as you do. But I have other partners out there who have stepped up, and you've probably noticed them in the last few days, if not the last few hours, and you're going to see more of that. Well, I made a decision to contact our PCRIT team, and those of you not local, that's our PEMA Regional Critical Incident Team. It's made up of law enforcement officers from this entire valley. Pasquayaki Police Department, Tucson Police Department, Marana Police Department, Oro Valley Police Department, Pima College Police Department, Tucson International Police Department, Sarita Police Department. There's so many of them, and they are going to help us tremendously. And that's really done because we have so much in front of us still, and we're hoping that, you know, I know the FBI has committed a very large number of men and women to partner with us, work side by side with us. We go do an interview, they're going to be there with us. We're going to go look at some evidence or process evidence, they're going to be right there with us. We're sharing every piece of information, all the data we can to get this thing solved. And it's important that my partners in law enforcement know and understand their roles, because it is very large, complex investigation with a lot of moving parts. And we're at that phase now where sometimes we're waiting, right? We're waiting for analysis. We're waiting for lab reports. But even then, when they come back quickly, for example, some DNA, we rushed what we thought was the best target for DNA. We did a rush through and got some of that back. The results were minimal. I think you all know the blood on the porch. That was one we did. It came back to Nancy. That's what we know. But there's still more items that have been submitted. We just haven't got them back yet. But in the meantime, we're not just sitting on our haunches waiting. We do have a number of leads coming in, and that's why we brought in the FBI for one, but PCRIT as well, to be able to get out there and handle these leads as they come in as quickly and as expeditiously as we can. And every single lead is looked at, every one of them. And so we're gearing up. You probably have some questions about what you've seen in the last couple of days. I'll gladly answer those at that time. But it really is about getting our partners out there. To be fair, when we went to that scene the first night, Saturday night, it was just us. Since then, the FBI and others have asked, can we go and see it as well? And that's what you've been seeing. But it is a very important case to not just me and my team, but this entire community, all of our law enforcement partners. Suspects. I know there's been a lot out there about suspects, and I want to be very clear. At this time, we have not identified a suspect or a person of interest in this case. We are working our best to do that. But to be clear, we have nobody of interest or any suspects that you would consider a prime suspect. We're just not there. We're not there yet.
And what he's probably referring to there is Ashley Banfield. If you saw, she claimed to have a law enforcement source that was telling her that the son-in-law is the suspect in the case. And then she kind of backed off on that a little bit and said he was, I think, maybe a suspect, but not a prime suspect, something along those lines. But that's where that's coming from. And I think it's, you know, these guys are in a very tough position here because, and they'll kind of say this later. They don't need to come out and they're not naming a prime suspect. You know, they don't need to right now. They're putting every possibility on the table, like we are talking about this too. There may be some major suspicion on the son-in-law because he was the last one there. So I'm sure they are looking at him heavily. And probably a few other people. But it's a tough spot.
He specifically says that they've not ruled anyone out either. I mean, like they've not ruled anybody out. Right. Everyone is a suspect.
Yeah. And it maybe until they find her, it's too early to get. They don't want to paint themselves in a corner with one suspect anyway. But if they're not, of course they're looking at the family. They have to. Even if they've got somebody number one in mind, that doesn't mean they're not also kind of checking out 2 or 3 or 4 other people as well. They might have a lead candidate, but.
And thank you, Little Black Bear. We got a super sticker. Thank you so much.
Well, thank you, Little Black Bear. We appreciate you doing that.
Look at that puppy dog.
Oh, this I didn't know, Melissa. Melissa says the son-in-law has some dark social media stuff. Wasn't he a musician or something?
He was a
Um,
part-time teacher, and a part-time musician, and I did hear a couple of excerpts of him in a band. It was not very positive music, I could say that.
oh, okay. Okay. I didn't
Yeah.
catch any of that.
Yeah, it's just a
Um,
little odd.
I was looking to see if he had a criminal history, and I didn't. Not that it is out there. Doesn't appear to have one.
He has one of his friends has a criminal history with burglary, of several different things.
Oh,
Um,
okay.
so that was someone I think that's in the band with him or one of his good friends. That was one of them dark metal. That's what it was, like dark metal. It was kind of
I also
Dark metal.
wanted
All
to
right.
point out that that was Little Bear's 5th super sticker that
Well-
she's ever given. So thank you for
thank
gracing
you.
us with that. And it was an
Yes.
avocado that gave us a thumbs up.
Thank you
And
very
we
much.
also got one from Nina. Did you see Nina's?
Yes, I thank Nina in the chat. Thank you so much, Nina Drew. You know how much I love those stickers.
Thank you.
Oh, it was a smiley face with glasses.
I hate that you can't hear this.
It's okay.
I
I
don't
will
know how to
listen
fix-
to it up.
Okay. Well, you're going to miss the rest, though.
Well,
I'll just have
go
to
ahead.
fill you in.
Mhm.
The timeline, I think we've got it on the board, do we not? This is a
Doing-
timeline that we have been able to develop.
He's
with
doing
some
the
of things
timeline.
that we've had processed. Various pieces of electronics that we've gathered. And you look at some of this, and I know you're going to say, well, why did it take you so long to get this to us, Sheriff? Well, because one thing, it's got to go out and be processed at different lab sites. And sometimes that stuff comes back to us. And like you, we have questions. And we say, wait a minute, what is this about? What about this? Could it be that? And so it's sent back or it's sent somewhere else. So, and that's happening with all of the things we see, that process, that review, and that questioning of, all right, what is it we're looking at? So I'll go over it with you. You can see it on the board there, but at about 5:32 p.m., these are approximate times. 5:32 p.m., Nancy travels to her local family's home for dinner and playing games with the family, and just visiting. At 9:48 p.m., which is very consistent to what we were told by the family, that Nancy was dropped off at home. And we know that because we have a garage door open at approximately, I can't stress that enough, at approximately 9:48 p.m. At 9:50 p.m., that garage door closes, which is that time we assume that Nancy's home and probably going to bed. Sunday morning, early morning at 1:47 a.m., the doorbell camera disconnects. At 2:12 a.m., software detects a person on a camera, but there's no video available. They had no subscription, and therefore it would rewrite itself, it just kind of loops, right, and covers up. That's what our analysis teams have told us. We're not done with that. We'll do all we can, but that's what it says. So that detects a person on camera. Could that be an animal? I imagine that's possible. We don't know that. We just have no video, but we're not giving up on that. 2:28, Nancy's pacemaker app shows that it was a disconnect from the phone. And at 11:56 a.m., the family checks on Nancy and discovers her missing. And at 12:03 p.m., 911 is called in to the Pima County Sheriff's Department. I believe it's about approximately 10 minutes later, 12 minutes later, our patrol teams arrive. They see the scene, and we start our response with our search and rescue teams and our detectives from homicide and various units. In fact, every unit here, I think somebody questioned, how come there's an ICAC member out here or this member? Everybody in our criminal investigations team is a part of this team and part of this investigative effort.
Okay, so there's a few things in all of that. Of course, he goes through the timeline. Mrs. He basically just goes through what we talked about earlier on that, with the garage door and about things disconnecting. So unfortunately, it looks like they're not going to get any video, at least from her own security, of anything that happened, at least that the public is aware of. the doorbell just being disconnected, and then our pacemaker disconnecting and catching some movement on the software, but it gets overwritten, so that they don't think that video is going to be retrievable. Then something he says toward the end of this part is that the Internet Crimes Against Children team was there, but what he's saying is that it was kind of an all hands on deck, that homicide, all investigators, everybody's involved in the investigation. So he's trying to tell us not to read too much into seeing that ICAC person there, which I think made a lot of people think, okay, what's going on with this? Why do we have someone from Internet Crimes Against Children involved in this investigation? What's the tie to that? Maybe there is a reason that person's involved and he doesn't want to say it, or maybe it truly is just an all hands on deck where everybody's involved because of the high profile nature of this disappearance. Either scenario actually wouldn't surprise me. So just want to catch a couple of thoughts here. Deanna says, among her 3 adult children, they could have all chipped in to purchase a yearly subscription for her cloud storage, in my opinion. I mean, maybe the kids didn't know she didn't have it. Who knows? I'm sure everywhere is regretting that now. The pacemaker
and they may have lived in an area where they felt very safe, and people do that all the time. You'll hear people say, "Oh, we don't even lock our doors. It's so safe here." And that may be a situation where they really felt safe where they lived, and it wasn't too urgent as long as they had a way to look and use their camera on a daily basis. They didn't care if they had a subscription.
Right. And this, Starflower clears this up too. The pacemaker being disconnected only means she was moved out of range of any device that monitors it. And I don't know what the range of that is, but I wouldn't imagine
it's a Bluetooth range. So just imagine like taking your earpods or headphones that are Bluetooth away from your phone. They'll disconnect pretty quickly.
So probably about the time you got out of the driveway or so.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, even sooner.
Probably sooner than that. And
I mean, you're talking maybe five yards, 10 yards, something like that, 30 feet.
Nina said it. Sometimes it's an oversight. Absolutely.
Sometimes what's an oversight?
Just not getting that subscription. Oversight,
Sure. Or you just, I'm sure a lot of people think they just don't need it. Right. I mean, it's probably a nice area, probably safe. It looks like a nice home and not, not something you would think you'd have to worry about, but,
wow.
And also we didn't mention, but there were reports, he won't confirm it, but there were reports that the back door was open also. Right. So we don't know. There were people reporting that it was forced entry. He kind of steps back on that a little and says, no, we're not confirming that there was or not forced entry.
Oh, that's a good question, Norgal Sogal. She said, do people install Ring or Nest cameras as a deterrent only, like a security sticker on a window? I think people sometimes put them up and then quit using them. But I mean, you can not have a subscription and still be able to view who's at your door through the app. You don't have to carry a subscription, but the subscription gives you that cloud access. It's able to tape and it goes into the cloud. So you can still use a Ring or a Nest camera or have it as on the app only where you can see, in the moment.
And I wanted to Texas, Plain Jane says range is probably about 50 feet, give or take.
It's not quite that far. I want to think it's about 20 or 30 feet max.
Wow.
Let's see. I forgot what I was going to say. Oh, with our camera or with our doorbell. Well, at first I didn't get it until I realized. Yeah, at first I didn't get it because I didn't realize that it wouldn't save anything. So then I had to get it. So now we have it. But at first, for the first month or so, I didn't have it.
And that's true too. That's That's a very good point. Cindy said, I have a nest and my subscription left because my debit card renewed and I forgot to update. That happens all the time with people, you know, their debit card will get compromised and they get a new one. They forget to update. That is a nightmare every
That
time.
happens to me.
Every time that happens
Mhm.
with
Sure.
us, you know, or when it expires and the card expires and you've got to update 15 different places that you use that card.
Right. So
I think there's a couple more minutes of the sheriff's statement here, and then we'll get to the FBI guy.
I think with that, let me make sure. Now, I want to clarify some things that I may have already done, but yeah, I've gone over with the blood at the front door, the doorbell camera. It was removed. We know that, but we're not confirming that any cameras were smashed or destroyed around the house. I don't know where that came from, but that's something we're not confirming. The car, the car that was at the home, it's just standard investigative practices. It's part of the search warrant scene, court orders. We pull it out of there and do our scene processing with the vehicle. Uber, we did speak to a driver because Nancy, we learned, had been taken the Uber to the family residence, the daughter, for dinner. And we located that driver and spoke with them and got that information. The house, you guys got this, I think, conducting follow-up. I think you said somebody had mentioned that they saw a team out there again last night or yesterday, and that's just, again, what I was talking about before. Our partners wanted a chance to see it and examine things themselves, and more importantly, it's just we're constantly following up on things and go.
If you don't know what he's talking about here, so they had.
I don't.
Oh, you don't. So I know, I keep forgetting you can't hear it. They had the crime scene tape up, took it all down, opened it back up, and then when the FBI came in, they put the crime scene tape up again, and the FBI came in and did their investigation as well. So he's kind of talking about why that happened. He said basically because our partners came in and they wanted to give it a look. Later on, when they do the Q&A after all of this, he talks about that, and he kind of just says, if I had to do it over again, I probably just would have held it as a crime scene, because they start talking about contamination of evidence or whatever. So we don't know if when the FBI came in, they just wanted to give it their own look, or if there was something in particular that the sheriff's investigators missed that the FBI wanted to come back and reinvestigate. So down the line, should there be court and trials and all of that, it could be an issue, may not be an issue. Just depends on what, just depends on what it was, right?
I know that NorCal SoGal, I'm kind of the same way. It is a little odd. She said, seems weird to me that she would take an Uber to her daughter's house that lived 10 minutes away when they could have picked her up. I think it seems that way. Sounds like, though, she was a pretty independent lady, but it does seem a little odd. I would go get my mom.
I know you would, but you don't know the situation. So
right. It could have just been that it was easier. She was meeting them there. It could have been that they weren't even home at the time. I mean,
and I've got an off topic real quick. Off topic. Web of Deceit says run everything through PayPal. It's way easier. I was a banker for years, and this is one thing I will always do for many reasons, but that's the top one. That's a great idea. It's a great idea.
Yeah. Another thing he mentions is the smashed security camera story that was out there. So people were saying that the security cameras were smashed outside, and he kind of says, I don't know where that came from, but we're not confirming that.
Okay.
That doesn't mean it didn't happen.
Right.
It just means
we're not confirming
it. So,
yeah.
And that's very true. Texas Plain Jane had a good point. Maybe they only have one car and the husband had the car and the wife was at home. And yeah, it could have been a situation where lots of reasons.
I could see an independent woman saying, oh, don't bother. I'll just take an Uber. Don't bother. I don't want to bother and disrupt your life. I'll just take an Uber.
Yeah.
You could just see that. I could see that.
Yeah, maybe.
And And for those of you, I see a lot of new names here in chat tonight. We are so happy you're here. If you are not already subscribed, we would appreciate it. We're trying to get to 10,000 so we can start doing charity streams. And if you haven't hit that like, we would really appreciate it. Mr. E forgets to ask for the like, so I will.
And I did find a statement from a reporter about what the neighbor said. That they so we can talk about that in a moment.
Okay. I can just go. I don't know. There's only maybe a minute or two left of this before the FBI agent, I think. And then the other thing, they did take the son-in-law's car, right, and impound it, and that's what he was referring to. He was talking about how that's just normal procedure. I don't know if that is or not, but they did.
And Kelly
but
said,
he's trying to downplay it for sure.
I heard earlier they found the guy that sent the 2 ransom notes. Yes, they did. It was a scam, and he does not have Nancy. Yeah.
Well,
people are gross.
There's at least 3 ransom notes that they had received.
Right.
So
one of them they believe is real.
One of the people's,
I think it's the one that went to TMZ is the one they believe is real. But I just had a hard time with the fact that it went to TMZ.
I think it's odd that the other ones though didn't they go to the other like local stations?
Mm-hmm.
I think that's odd.
It
would have to be somebody local, right? How would they know the stations? Just
look them up.
I don't know. I'm just saying. It's odd.
TMZ is kind of weird too.
It is weird.
TMZ is bizarre. Yes.
And I'm just thinking.
Why not the Today Show?
I'm just thinking back to the Charlie Kirk thing. They had information at the beginning that nobody else had. I just thought it was really weird.
Well, there's some stuff coming out about some people at TMZ.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
that we can't talk about because
that'd be just a whole.
The YT would not like that.
Yeah, that's one for Rumble.
Yeah, that's a Rumble. Hi, Hobo. It's nice to see you.
Which actually, I almost would kind of like to. There's a part of me that would like to just read through the files. Just do a. I know.
If you
not
guys
here.
don't
Can't
know
do
what
it
he's
here.
talking about,
certain island in the files.
Certain.
Yeah. Very interesting.
We could have a what do you call that? After dark, an after dark, Mr.
Right.
E after dark.
Right.
Hey, what about this? So we want to go back and check on some things. Here's the other thing. Someone had mentioned there was forced entry. I have no clue where that comes from. We have been very consistent. We are not discussing that at all. Whether it's forced entry or not forced entry, that is something we're just not discussing. So I don't know where anybody got that information.
So again, he does the forced entry. I don't know where that came from. We are not discussing forced entry, whether there was or was not. So it's a non-denial. It's just they're not wanting to confirm it one way or the other. You think he came unplugged? Maybe is that what happened?
I don't know.
I know.
It bugs me. You know what? That might be what it is. You go ahead. I'll look.
See if the plug came out. But I love the non-denial denials. You know, like
Right.
where I don't know where that came from. Meaning you don't know who the guy in your department leaked it is. It wasn't an authorized leak. Somebody talked and shouldn't have said something. Is that what you're saying? Or are you saying it didn't actually happen? I'm sure that's annoying because they do want to hold certain things back so that they can verify an authentic kidnapper if they have information like, you know, like if, I don't know, if they busted a window to go in, the kidnapper could say, we came in through this certain window, and they can verify who the kidnapper is. So when this stuff leaks out, I know that's annoying for them because they lose their leverage. And they'll talk a little bit about this later too, how social media and all that's an annoyance.
I think I am about done with my piece of this. I'm going to bring up here Heath Yankee, and I think you know him if you haven't been here. John Edwards is the assistant agent in charge with the FBI here at the Tucson office. Heath Yankee is the special agent in charge for the state of Arizona out of Phoenix, and he will come up and speak.
Thank you, Sheriff. Hello, I'm Heath Yankee, the special agent in charge of the FBI's Phoenix.
Wow, this is an interesting theory. Nicole says, I have a different theory. What if it was another reporter that wanted to cover the Olympics? So they did this so Savannah Guthrie couldn't go and they could.
Wow.
Well, you know what?
That's
That's
interesting.
not the craziest thing I've ever heard.
It's not actually. I mean, it could have something to do with
Jealousy.
Savannah's career. I mean, it could. I mean, she is.
Nancy has been on the Today Show multiple times.
We don't know. It might have something tied to the celebrity status and the power of whatever Savannah's doing. Who knows? I mean, really, there are other than Nancy wandering away. Just about everything else is still on the table as a possibility.
I am quilting like Tanya Harding. Exactly.
I mean, you really just don't.
And Rosebud thought that too. Oh my gosh, you guys! That didn't even cross my mind.
There's a lot of crazy theories out there, but those are definitely not the craziest ones I've heard.
Here's the scary part to me. Like, there's a lot of celebrities might be hard to get to, but their family's not, because they don't have the
Same
protection and the security
and they don't
that
think about that.
the core celebrity person has. So if people really want to get to and harm a celebrity figure in some way, this is the way to do it. It's really, it doesn't happen, fortunately, that often, but it is terrifying that, these people, because of their family members being high profile, are potentially in some danger themselves.
I just think it seems so odd to me that it was an 84-year-old woman. It's not like it was a child of a star or high profile husband, spouse. I mean, it's an 84. That in itself makes the apprehension difficult, because I mean, you've got to figure out a way to get her in there. She can't walk like a normal person, so she's got to be carried, or somehow, she couldn't walk very well. She's on medications. I mean, you got a whole host of issues.
I'm sorry, I was laughing at an off topic.
Okay.
Thought Criminal says off topic, but can you believe Epstein won the Powerball jackpot? Not once, but
is
twice.
that right?
Off topic.
It's rigged. It's probably rigged. Like the McDonald's Monopoly game was rigged.
Well, and
rigged.
It's sad, but it wouldn't surprise me. All the ball games are rigged. We know that all the betting on the ball games, and we found out that's all fake too.
Right.
Where did we find that out?
Hi, Randa Smith. Welcome in. And
is that in the Epstein files too?
No, that was a while back when they exposed all of the ball players that were throwing games and getting paid off, all that stuff.
You said, you said the EF word, so now we'll get pushed down the algorithm. Thanks. And Hobo Mom gifted 10 memberships. If you received a gift of membership from Hobo Mom, please tell her thank you. And thank you so much, Hobo Mom. I am going to play our thank yous at the end because I do not want to ruin the flow right now. But thank you so much. And guys, I do have the trivia ready for our members only trivia. We're going to do it this weekend. Aunt E, I've got to talk to you. Our schedule's changed a bit, but we will be doing it this weekend. And we hope you guys will all join us, and we'll be playing for some prizes. It's going to be 80s TV trivia.
Did you catch Rosebud's off topic? She said it's of great importance.
Oh, goodness. I missed it. Let me see.
Okay, I got it. Off topic, Turner Classic Movie Channel bought the rights to Bugs Bunny cartoons, and they've been showing these oldies every night this week.
Oh, my gosh. That's awesome.
Did not know that.
I loved those.
And Wowzer asked if she was curious about the pacemaker meds. From what they said is none of her medication was taken. It was all still at the house. So I don't know if they took any for her or not. Like out of the bottle. They may not know how many was left in a bottle, or, that kind of thing.
Thought Criminal, there may be a Golden Girls question in there. Maybe. There may be. I think we were gonna. Okay.
Oh, in the trivia.
So we were gonna do it Saturday morning, but we're gonna have to move some things around because we're gonna do a Saturday morning trivia and a Saturday evening live stream about Sebastian. But we have had a change of plans, so I'll put it out as soon as we can. I need to talk. This happened right before the live stream, so I have to talk to Aunt E about different schedule. So
My schedule changed too, but I was going to make it work. So it may be good.
I'm going to skip the FBI agent here because all he does is announce the $50,000 reward. Otherwise, he's kind of dull.
Okay.
Other than when they
right.
get to other than when they get to the Q&A, which we'll do some of that. So I'm just gonna get up here
guys,
a bit.
and I'm not letting Auntie E know the questions prior. Auntie is going to be able to play, but she will not be able to win.
Right.
In the past,
even if I win, the next person would be the person too.
Right. But Auntie will enjoy this so much we have to let her play, right, guys? I wish somebody would make it up so I could play at some point, but
yes, Bonnie, they did say her medication was vital and imperative for her survival. That is concerning. It's been 5 days now, so that is concerning. Rosebud asked, was the ransom note to TMZ the one they made the arrest for? From what I understand, no.
No, I don't think so.
Saying that was the authentic one. It was the one that went to the local stations that was the scam note.
And while I'm thinking about it, if everybody could just say a prayer for Hobo Mom and her family, they just need some prayers right now. And if she wants to share, she can. If not, but they're just going through some illnesses, and we would like to pray for them. So please put those prayer hands in chat for them, and say a prayer.
Was that for Hobo Mom?
Mm-hmm. I haven't had a chance to tell you.
Okay. I'm going to read the article. This is from ABC Chicago in Los Angeles. This is about one of the ransom people that's been arrested. A man in Torrance, California has been charged with allegedly demanding Bitcoin from members of the Guthrie family in the wake of the disappearance of their mother, Nancy, according to a federal complaint. Nancy is believed to have been abducted from her Arizona home early Sunday. No suspect or person of interest has been identified in the case, according to authorities. According to the federal complaint, Derek Kalila allegedly sent a text message to both the daughter and son-in-law of Nancy on Wednesday that said, "Did you get the Bitcoin? We're waiting on our end for the transaction." The text messages were sent 2 days after a local Tucson media outlet received a ransom demand that listed a Bitcoin wallet address to receive payment, according to the complaint. They were also sent shortly after Nancy's children published a video online asking their mother's kidnappers to contact them, the complaint also noted. Kalila allegedly used an app to create a fake phone number to text the family, and the account was tracked to an email associated with him, according to the complaint. He allegedly admitted to sending the text messages after being read his Miranda rights, according to the complaint. When he said that he sent text messages, he was trying to see if the family would respond. Kalila is not linked to the Bitcoin ransom demand, according to the complaint, which charges him transmitting a demand for ransom and intending to abuse, threaten, or harass using a telecommunication device. FBI Special Agent in Charge Heath Janke issued a warning on Thursday following Kalila's arrest. To those imposters who are trying to take advantage and profit from this situation, we will investigate and ensure you are held accountable for your actions, Janke said. Let's see if there's anything else. That's kind of the important part of that. And then he has a previous record. He was arrested last October for stealing $9,984 in unemployment benefits between May 2020 and January 2022. And he has worked as an intermediate clerk for the Department of Health Services in Los Angeles. So that is that's pretty disgusting, of course. But that's happened in Sebastian Rogers too. Mm-hmm. And my understanding is that it kind of happens in all these cases. These people come out of the woodwork trying to get see if they can get a ransom demand with some Bitcoin. It's just unfortunately become part of the deal. They almost expect it in every high profile missing person case now.
I just wanted to read Real Sergeant Tom, welcome in. I haven't seen you before, but we're happy you're here. Have you looked into the husband of Savannah? He has some pretty deep ties with the Clinton affairs, and they are due in for questioning next week. Timing doesn't seem just like a coincidence. We actually talked about that a little bit
Yeah,
earlier.
at the top we kind of did that he does have some ties, and you can't rule out that kind of thing.
No.
I mean,
Well, we all know that the many counted deaths surrounding the Clintons. So
I mean,
there's many questionable ones surrounding them. And this would not be a surprising thing. And they just so happen to have to be testifying soon.
yeah, I mean,
there's been wilder things happen. You know, we don't know. We just don't know.
I mean, it's got to be a possibility, I think.
Mhm.
I mean, you got to look at everyone and who their ties might be to, and what
Right.
their financial situations are like, what their criminal past is like.
I'm sure that they're doing all that, right?
If he was in charge of scrubbing for them, imagine what his eyes have seen. And no, it could be a thing to hold him in check, keep his mouth shut. Who knows?
I mean,
lots of things,
like
lots
I said,
of theories.
Weirder things have happened, but I mean, I think at this point you can't rule out anything.
Yeah, and thought criminal. She mentioned this earlier, but I didn't get to mention it. The next deadline is Monday, the same day Jelaine Maxwell is supposed to testify, do the satellite testifying for Congress.
I am quilting. That is really funny. That is a funny joke. I've
What's
never
that?
heard that.
If you see, I'm quilting says, if you say her name 3 times, you disappear.
That's really, I've never heard that joke before, but that's pretty funny.
Yeah, I mean, Arkansas.
I misread it at first. I was like, what's she talking about?
Yeah, I mean, I'm pretty open-minded on this right now.
I think there's a lot
so
of possibilities.
At this point, what do we feel confident saying? We feel confident saying that whoever took her pretty well knew her, is in her orbit somehow, was familiar with her. Could be. Do we feel confident saying that?
I do, but I mean, I'm not the detectives here.
And that she didn't walk away.
Mhm.
She's not we're not going to, this isn't going to be
Oh, okay. What poll do we want to do, quilting? You pick.
Yeah, I'd be interested in what everyone's kind of leaning toward.
What do we want to
She probably left in a vehicle.
I believe that to be true. Mhm.
I don't know if she's alive or not. Without the medicine, one of the things they keep saying is that she really needs this medication. But they won't say exactly what her medical conditions are. So I don't know if they, how long she can go without them.
Here's another person I want some prayers for. Is the real Me Too is here. She says, "Hi guys, I just got home getting stuff done," because she's on her way to Tennessee for the gathering of voices for Sebastian Rogers, and she has the flu. Guys, let's pray that she gets better real soon. I've been worried about her.
Better soon, real Me Too. I'm so glad to see you.
Let's see. What did we decide the poll question is?
I don't know.
I was waiting for quilting to tell us what to put.
Could it be? I mean,
Hobo Mom, you are more than welcome. She said, "Thank you so much to each and every one of you. It really means more than you know. Much love to all of you. Thank you so much. And we are praying for you every day."
She's got a lot going on, and she's actually thinking about our kids. She's, bless her heart, she's making pillows for our kids right now.
Aww.
Very sweet.
And she has a lot going on. So, and I
And Real Me Too says she does not believe that we could do a poll. Do we think that she is still alive and being held for ransom, or
we can do multiple?
Yeah, that's good.
That's a good one.
Yeah, let's do. Do we think that she's alive and kidnapped, or do we think she's deceased? With what we know so far, so we basically know that.
I will end the poll if everybody in chat and listening promises to go ahead and hit that like button, because it's to remind you to hit that like button.
There you go.
All right.
Jana thinks the way I do. I think whoever it is comes down to money. I also believe they have a suspect. I agree with both of those statements.
I think that's a possibility. If you want to hear what the neighbor situation is, this reporter posted what the neighbor said, and the neighbor said, a neighbor whose backyard touches Nancy Guthrie, so it's our backyard neighbor, just told reporters outside of the home that she came to try and report a tip to detectives. She would not elaborate, but said she saw something and wanted to report it.
Oh, well, great.
So that was what was going on just a few minutes ago, that she came out and wanted to speak with someone because she saw something.
Excuse me. I'm sorry. What did you ask? What was like, what, how do you want me to phrase it?
Do we think this is
like a kidnapping?
Or
like
a homicide, I guess.
Question.
Do we think that she's been kidnapped, or if it's a homicide, I suppose?
And
I mean, that's really the options, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's really
I don't think she walked away.
We know her blood comes out.
Well, no, that's not what we're saying. She's either been kidnapped or she is no longer with us. And kidnapped means she's still with us. Kidnapped doesn't necessarily mean gone.
Right.
Yeah. I mean, I guess, yeah, because that blood, I know people are saying they think the blood was indicating that it wasn't a severe wound. I don't know. I'm not a blood expert person, but that's just kind of they think that the amount of blood that was dripping might indicate she wasn't mortally wounded at that point.
I don't think it was. I think it was a superficial wound. There would have been much more blood. I mean, not to say that something couldn't have happened to her afterwards, but I don't think it was because of that.
Staged kidnapping for covering up what happened, in my opinion. It's interesting.
It could be. It could be. Poll. Let's see. Let me go to the poll.
Let's see what you guys think. So the poll question is, do you believe it is a kidnapping, or is Nancy no longer with us? Kidnapping is the first choice. Second choice is no longer with us. And kidnapping and no longer with us is an option that I threw in there. And it's winning.
Okay. Well, I'm not going to play all the Q&A because the first part I did not think was as interesting. It gets more interesting around this point. So let's do some of this, because in about 2 minutes, he's going to get into the son-in-law.
We put out there because we don't have anybody here listed as a suspect, and you could actually be doing some damage to the case, but you can do some damage to that individual too. Social media is kind of an ugly world sometimes.
Well, there he was referencing how social media is an ugly world sometimes, and how we can be doing damage to the case with the public and all of that.
Mm-hmm.
How far out have you expanded your search, you say?
I would tell you this. Look, nothing's off the table. If we get a lead that there's somebody, hey, you've got this over here or over here, we're going. And that will expand and expand and expand. I think the FBI, with their billboards, they're now planning to put those up at every state around here, at all of our neighboring states. So, we use.
Here he's actually saying that the FBI is going to put up billboards all over the state. And, one of the other kind of side conversations that came out about all of this is that you kind of keep seeing in comment sections is, obviously people want Nancy to be found, but kind of like, why just because this lady's attached to a celebrity, does she get billboards all over the state? And, Kash Patel and Donald Trump and all this, 24-hour media coverage. And, so I do understand that there's a lot of people that do go missing that don't get a fraction of the attention that Nancy's gotten. But you kind of can't control what captures the interest of the public to a certain extent.
Well, that's what makes it, to me, that's what makes it more suspicious, is how big of a deal they're making out of it. I think that also makes it a little suspicious as to the motivation behind it.
And Real Sergeant Tom says, at Mystery Crimecast, honestly, y'all, I would love this sheriff in my hometown. He seems very passionate and very open. Yes, yeah.
Can you imagine if we'd had him for the Sebastian Rogers case? That would have been a godsend to have somebody that wants to communicate and tell you what's going on.
Yes, I will tell you though. We've been hearing word from various places that the officers in Sumner County really do believe he's the best sheriff they've ever had. So
Well,
Yeah.
that's putting a lot of faith in somebody.
yeah. So did you read
I
Star
like
Power?
this guy because he
Oh wow.
he kind of tells you, hey, there's just things I'm not going to talk about because there's
Yeah.
strategy and there's
Right.
reasons we're holding things back.
He's
He
like,
says
Have,
it,
had you guys seen what Thoughtful Criminal said? That Nancy Guthrie's neighbor reported suspicious white van parked on block days before she went missing.
No, I
It was
haven't seen
reported by
that.
the New York Post.
I had not seen that.
I had not seen that either. That must be new.
Starflower says, my concern as a medical professional is her going almost a week without her medication. You don't get a pacemaker without a serious heart condition such as a fib or heart arrhythmia. It's a very good point. And hi Jana, nice to see you in, and Deanna.
Oh, Detective Mom, that's a great idea too.
Okay, I'll pull it up. I am worried that someone at NBC may have been working on a story that touched a nerve with a cartel or something to that effect.
Ooh.
And that this is actually more of a terrorist act equals FBI involvement. Yeah, I mean, it's
at this point, nothing would surprise me.
Brandon, that was my first
for
thought.
Tucson, Arizona, and the cartels are definitely down there.
Brandon, that was my first thought. That was I'm just trying to understand why take an elderly lady with health problems. That was my very first thought.
Yeah.
That's what makes me go back to that. It's got to be somebody that knows her personally. I mean, it's like, I don't know. It's very baffling. It's very baffling.
Do you guys want to see what our poll looks like?
Sure.
I'm sorry. Go ahead and speak your thought.
Well, I guess my instinct is thinking she's not alive and didn't leave the home alive. But of course,
I think she definitely did.
You think she did?
I think she did too. I really do. I think
she definitely left alive.
Okay.
I don't think there's any question that she was taken alive.
Why?
There's no evidence.
Well, I don't want to be crass.
They say that there's a crime scene, but they're not going to describe the crime scene.
Right.
They have said though that there was that the blood evidence was mainly on the porch. If that's the evidence they found, that evidence is not enough to have made her deceased.
Did they say did they say it like that?
Yeah,
this press conference?
That's kind of the way I understood it. And now that was from the initial press conference, that first one about the evidence.
Okay.
And
so we may have to go back and look at that again at some point.
Jana says, and hi, Jana, it's nice to see you. Grandmother was in her condition, and I am worried she's no longer with us. Yeah, I mean, I think it's hard to say.
And wowzers, the front porch is where the blood is.
But the back porch door was open.
I've got those pictures here.
Yeah, which is also weird.
Oh, okay. Let them 66 has a good point too. In my opinion, knows Savannah real well and cartels or one of the church members. I'm just speaking my mind. Well, you are welcome to speak your mind. We love it.
Yeah, I mean, that blood is definitely not catastrophic. That is just drop blood, like a nosebleed or a scratch on the arm.
Good
point,
you can see Sarah.
The blood here, right?
Sarah says for someone on blood thinners, there would be a lot more blood.
That's very minimal.
That's a good point.
Okay, what do you think of that?
Mom, they are choosing their words very carefully.
And all right, so let's just I don't know why was that?
Yeah, I know, Cindy. I agree with you.
There's another picture of it here.
That's I mean, let's be honest. Most things are motivated by there's like 3 things that people are motivated by.
Yeah, you're right.
It's usually money.
I agree, Romy, too. That's another good point. The only reason she might be alive is if they killed her, why not just leave her in the home?
Right.
If the point was to kill her, the point was to get rid of her, they would have just gotten rid of her.
And Medic Biker is absolutely right. They did take the son-in-law's car. So that's interesting too, right? And Miss Connie, that's what I was getting ready to say. You can be unalived without blood.
Huh.
You don't have to have blood.
You're right. That kind of looks like
It looks like a nosebleed, or
it does. I mean, that's not like you're bleeding out amount,
No,
but of course,
absolutely not.
And welcome in.
and
Miss
it looks
Connie.
like whoever it was there for a bit, right? Like they
I
had
think
to have
so.
bled for a few times from wherever this was.
Yeah, and Randa, that's a good point too. She said when Savannah was talking, she said they were ready to talk and listen. Maybe they were sending a message that we don't, that we're not aware of.
It was definitely an FBI orchestrated plea. That was FBI speaking to you. It was in their voices, but there were some key things that were FBI orchestrated for sure.
Okay, I don't think I can zoom in any further, but down here at the bottom, does that look like some kind of shoe print in there? Or some kind of weird pattern?
Where? Can you
At the bottom,
you-
the big blood here I can't zoom in any further.
Okay.
I think it
Yes.
just looked.
No,
I think
he's right.
where I don't see.
You have
any
to
kind of
zoom in with your. You
The
have to
middle
zoom in.
bottom tile.
the middle bottom tile.
Yeah. Can you sure
There's
you
like
can't
two.
zoom in
It's
anymore?
got two circles around it. No, maybe
No, that's just the tile. When you zoom in, that's just the tile's kind of got a mix of color in it. It looks like a
You're wrong.
nosebleed. Yeah, I just zoomed in all the way. That's just if a shoe print were on top of that, it would be smeared. The round droplets of blood are drops of blood that fell from that are cascading blood that
No,
dropped from like a nose
No. I think
I'm
you're
not-
looking at the wrong. It's
I'll,
at the very bottom.
maybe
What do you-
I'm going to see if I can find a closer picture of it. Maybe this
No.
one.
If you could you
That right there.
when
I
I,
don't think it's a
zoomed in
shoe
on it
print.
closer, it looks like it. Okay, I'm
Like
gonna
that
try
could
to
be the
screenshot
heel,
it.
and then this may be the edge.
Let me try to screenshot it and put it up and show you.
I don't know. I mean, I'm not a blood spatter guy. I'm just my own.
Yeah, well, we're speculating, right?
Yeah, it's a weird pattern.
It is unusual. Let me try to zoom in here. Okay. Let me try to put it up. Hold on. Because I was able to zoom in more. Oh, now I can't zoom out. Okay. Let me see.
I got it zoomed in as much as I can.
I'm going to try to put up. I just did a screenshot of it. And
It looks like something could have come through it because of the little notch in the middle of it.
Okay.
The little notch in the middle of that spot. I don't know. I don't know that it would be a shoe.
Okay, what is it? What makes that?
Let me see if I can zoom in further.
Looks like the heel to a sneaker to me.
It does me too.
The heel, yeah.
It could be. I mean, it could be where they just stepped in it, but I don't know. I think for a sneaker and that's so close together, it would have had to have impacted the other two spots on each side of it. And they're perfectly round.
Well, that's a good point, Paulette.
Yeah. So where would be the rest of it? Yeah.
That's a great point.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right. There would be more.
There would be more, right? There'd be more all around it. That's it. Yeah. Well, we'll just pull that down. She's absolutely right. That's why I like. I tell you, we have the smartest.
Sue-Ann said that's a skin tear bleed. I believe it's either a skin tear, a nosebleed, but it's a cascading bleed, and it was very minimal. It wasn't a heavy bleed.
Yeah, that's probably too small to be a footprint, isn't it?
It's too small.
Oh, Kelly says
because of the size of that tile.
She left alive, although whoever took her was there approximately 45 minutes per their timeline.
All right, so I want to go into this because we're here in about a minute. He's going to address the issue with the son-in-law.
You, the national media, the FBI with their national outreach to affect that for us. But as far as the actual investigation, naturally the scene is the primary, and we just spreading it out as we get more and more leads.
Sport TV, Cody Thomas.
Sure. Actually, my question is for Agent Yonke. You know, We saw Savannah Guthrie and her sibling family put out a video last night on Instagram addressing, the tragedy that this is, but also addressing the ransom letter saying they're ready to talk. My question is, did the FBI or any other agency help them craft that message to put out on social media?
Like I said to the previous question, we have an expertise when it comes to kidnappings. And when families want advice, consultation, expertise, we will provide that. But the ultimate decisions on what they say and how they put that out rests with the family itself.
And as far as suspects, I know we haven't identified one, but what type of suspect or suspects do we think we're dealing with here?
At this time, like the sheriff has said, there is no primary suspect identified, so it could run the gamut. So.
KPNX, Troy Hayden.
Are you actively investigating the son-in-law in this case? I know there were reports earlier this week and you refuted that. You said you haven't eliminated everybody. Have you eliminated him or come close to it, or are you actively looking at him?
We're actively looking at everybody we come across in this case. Everybody. We would be irresponsible if we didn't talk to everybody. The Uber driver, the gardener, the pool person, whoever. Everybody is so cliche, but everybody's still a suspect in our eyes. That's just how we look at things and think as cops. Does that mean we have a prime suspect? No, and the family's been very cooperative. They've done everything we've asked of them, and we want that relationship to continue. And sometimes people can be mean out there, and that can really harm us and harm our efforts.
Okay, I know you can't hear it, so I just want to say what he just said. So he's saying, they asked him about the son-in-law. He's saying everybody's a suspect, nobody's been ruled out. And then he says here, just before I paused, the family at this point has been very cooperative at this point, and we want that to continue. And people out there can be very mean, and that, I think how he says it, something like that hurts us, right? Am I getting that right, Auntie?
Yes.
And so I'm trying to read between the lines here a bit with what he's saying. He's annoyed at the public for trying to name suspects, because when the public comes out and says, we think the son-in-law, we think the sister, whatever, we think they're involved, it makes it harder for them to stay cooperative and maybe not lawyer up,
Oh yeah, we know.
right? And so that it's the public's demanding answers. They want to know what's going on. He wants the son-in-law and the sister and the brother and everybody to keep giving, being open and sharing information, because that helps their investigation. If they start to feel like they're the target, they may stop cooperating.
I want to say something too, or I want to put up a comment.
Sure.
While it was playing, Lisa made a great point. How did the greenery get on top of the blood?
Yeah, that the little,
you can see it. I'm going to add it back to the stage just for a second and point out right here to the left of that blood splatter, that big blood splatter. There's greenery. That is when you zoom in, that is greenery.
Yeah, and then there's some like the little shrubs or something toward the door also, and I mean, it's got a story.
Yeah, sorry, I'll add your thing back.
Jesse Waters just put something up about 37 minutes ago, and he said the first Nancy Guthrie ransom note deadline expired as the family released a second video, being that I'm assuming the brother. It says there is now a third ransom note. Investigators say the letter includes no proof of life, and then the FBI is deploying task force specialists and have set the $50,000 reward. So there has been a third ransom note come in with no proof of life.
Why don't we go show this to you? I'll just pull up the
Welcome in, Kimberly. Kimberly says, kind of makes me wonder if someone with a medical background is involved. They would know how to treat her condition and have access to her medications. Great point. Great point.
That's also a good point, Detective Mom. The picture was taken after the crime scene was released. After it was released, Amazon dropped off packages and tons of reporters went to the front door.
Right. Brian
so that
was one of
could
them.
have tampered with those pictures for
That's
sure.
a good point. Good point.
Yeah.
And this is earlier someone was talking about people looking in the sister's neighborhood. This is the report on that, I think. So I'm going to play a minute.
Yes, it is. I saw that too. It is.
Unmute.
I can hear this one. That's crazy.
I can't hear it.
It's unmuted. There's just nobody talking. This is just them going door to door in the neighborhood.
Look at the dog barking in the window.
Mm-hmm.
Will you all be canvassing the entirety of the neighborhood?
Dang.
Another thing about somebody was saying about not unless a doctor is involved, medical professionals don't have access to those kinds of things. He did mention that they have alerted all of the area pharmacies and that kind of thing of the medicines that she took. If they get any strange requests for those medications, they have let all the area pharmacies and stuff know that.
Also, well, keep in mind too, doctors' offices keep samples.
They do.
They get samples all the time.
Yeah.
We have been stuck without, like, between prescription insurance coverage where our doctors will load us up with samples to get us over that hump. Because Big E's
yes, samples are definitely a way.
Medications are so expensive that they know, like, the insurance is very stringent on.
But
that stuff.
You'd have to have a hookup.
Something to think about, though.
So
or a pharmaceutical
we saw
rep.
they're going door to door in the sister's neighborhood. So, I mean, maybe does that mean they're the target of the investigation?
That was the sister's neighborhood?
That's what was being reported earlier.
Yes.
Yeah. So
because I believe that Nancy's neighborhood was a fairly affluent area, correct?
It's not affluent. They're very spread apart. They're nicer homes, but they're not. I wouldn't call it affluent.
Okay, Starflowers.
It's more like
offices have to log their samples. Okay,
yeah.
Just Oh well, yeah, Detective Mom. That's a great point. Aren't those medications available over the counter in Mexico, though?
Maybe.
And Mexico's not far.
They do ask them about have they been in touch with the border, Mexican government about the border, and they kind of said no.
Yeah.
So I wondered if that meant they don't suspect that or just haven't done it.
That goes along with Nina's comment. A cartel is not going after one grandma, in my opinion.
Yeah.
And FYI, people are pulling up some of her old social media posts, and they're not very friendly to our current administration.
Hello, Kelsey. Well, I knew that because I remember the Savannah's town hall with.
Well, that
years ago.
That was Savannah's town hall. That wasn't her mom's town hall.
Well,
but
sometimes
these are. Well, sometimes they're the same, and right. But I'm just saying, she definitely spoke out negatively about the Trump administration, and there's several, pictures of her social media posts.
Yeah.
But yet he called and offered every resource that he had to help that family. So that just shows you what kind of a person he is.
So if they're searching in the sister's neighborhood,
bringing that up.
Well, you're welcome. Everyone's welcome here.
Oh, is that what you were talking about earlier?
The only thing that will get you kicked out of our chat is being rude. So,
yeah.
Being rude to us, trying to cause drama, that kind of stuff, or significant trolling.
Oh, that's true, Detective Mom.
But we do block and we don't look back. Just so you know.
Right. The sheriff said he hasn't. The FBI didn't comment at all on that. We have to remember to pay attention to what they don't say along with what they do say. And that's true. The sheriff's office hadn't done that. So we don't know that that's necessarily no one has done that.
Right. That whole press conference is a lot of what they don't say, for sure. So if they're searching the sister's neighborhood, that could mean that they are highly suspicious of the son-in-law or the sister, or they maybe just got a tip and they're not sure at this point, and they're going, you know what, let's just see let's just see what activity was going on in this neighborhood that night.
And hi, Kelsey. It's lovely to see you. I'm
Um,
seeing all the friends tonight.
yeah, I
I
might as
miss
well,
going live at night because I don't get to see
Yeah,
all
and
you guys.
Rosebud had a good point too. She said these ransom notes are just a toy with the investigation. Look over here, kind of thing. Whoever did this knew her, in my opinion, and it very well could be that these were set to go out, and the person that did it wanted to intentionally have these ransom notes to make you not be as suspicious of them. I mean, it very well could be that.
did you put up the poll where
I
we're at?
did.
Where were we at on it now?
Okay, so the poll is 21% kidnapping, 29% no longer with us, and 50% kidnapping and no longer with us.
Oh, okay. So basically, 3/4 of us think she was kidnapped, even if she's deceased now. Interesting. So then, okay. So if it's, let's say the majority's right,
Mm-hmm.
she's kidnapped, and why?
Yeah, I
What
guess
were-
my point would be, what would be the point to kidnap an 84-year-old woman? I mean, they didn't steal. That you got to look at the evidence. Nothing was stolen. All of her
Yeah.
stuff was there. I mean, this was personal. This was a personal thing. It had to be a personal thing, or a political thing, a cartel. You know, it's something like that, because there's no other explanation for it.
I know. So, well, Mark says, sorry, I've discussed, but what do you make of the suspect being in the house for 40 minutes? Someone comfortable with the location. That is a long time to be in a crime scene. If they had, I mean, 40 minutes is an eternity. You know, it's like we were saying earlier, the 911 call, when the family gets there, 7 minutes later, they're calling 911. That's about the right amount of time.
I mean, we've gone.
If they go into this house and have some kind of altercation with Nancy, or they're trying to get her out of that, why did it take 40 minutes? What was going on? Were they looking for something? Were they trying to convince her of something?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Did an argument happen and then?
Yeah. I mean, L. Kennedy's got a good point. Stage kidnapping makes sense to me, cover up a blatant homicide.
Well,
I think that has to do with family and
Could
money.
be.
Okay.
I think
so,
you could be right. I mean, it looks like. I mean, I really.
But if
I
it was
feel like
for
it's.
inheritance, I mean, how long?
I mean,
that would be, it would be futile unless they put the body somewhere where it could be discovered. Because if they've just got her and done something with her and waiting for an inheritance, it could be months or years before she was declared deceased.
could this be like?
Oh, that's a good point. That's a really good point. See, I mean, I'm saying I'm very open to all possibilities.
I mean, there's a lot of ways to look at it.
So could this be like the Brendan Banfield kind of thing with the blood outside, where it's staged blood?
Oh,
You know, I
It
mean,
was,
we just
well,
did
it
that
was her
trial.
blood. They did DNA on it. It was her blood.
Yeah, but could they have made it? Could it be like something? Because they won't tell us what happened in the house. Could that
True.
outside be like they took a little blood like Banfield did and dripped it outside in a spot to make it look like
yeah, we just went through
She-
this trial. Yeah.
she was taken from the house?
Megan's got a good point. She said, wasn't the garage only open and closed for a total of 2 minutes? Could she have even gotten out of the car in 2 minutes? Unless whoever took her home didn't leave.
I just kind of, from the way it was described, they pulled up, opened the garage door. She went in and shut the garage door, and all of that took 2 minutes. You got to think, when you hit the garage door open, it takes 30 seconds for the door to get up, and then
So-
another 30 seconds for it to close.
Her mobility issues. I haven't heard what that is exactly. Does she walk with a cane, a walker,
She
or
had a
does she?
cane.
Mhm.
She had a cane. I
Okay.
don't know if she used a walker, but she had a cane. The most recent pictures of her show her walking with a cane. They said she couldn't go more than 30 yards. Like she couldn't go long.
Right.
Right.
You know, but she could walk around her house. She could do things for herself. She didn't have a caregiver. But I think she had a walker and a cane, but she primarily used her cane.
Okay.
Yeah, Kelsey, I think it's just blood. It's blood drops. That's why Auntie is theorizing it's a nosebleed or a just a
Smaller
a
wound.
small scratch, or just, thinning skin as we get older can sometimes, if you're treated roughly,
Oh,
you
yeah.
can,
Someone was asking for the timeline again. Could you put
Sure,
that
I've
back
got
up?
it.
So,
Mhm.
Hobo Mom was asking for the timeline.
Yeah, I've got to find it real quick. Just give me a minute.
But yeah, looking at that also kind of gives you a lot of information.
While you're pulling that up, so this is from Abby Blabby, True Crime and News, was saying, I just took a closer look at Nancy Guthrie's arms, and now I'm even more worried for her than I already was. I'm a
I sent that
nurse.
to you. Yeah.
I'm a nurse, but you don't have to be in healthcare to know why she has all that bruising. It's been 5 days since she's had her meds. Stopping a blood thinner significantly increases risk of blood clots, heart attack, stroke, or death. The risk is even higher in persons with arrhythmias like AFib. I'm not saying she has that because I don't know, but she does have some type of arrhythmia, which is why she has the pacemaker. God be with her. So, and it kind of shows her. Do you have the timeline up?
I do.
Okay, I can show pictures of her arm later, but
Hello. So I see some other new names that I haven't seen before. Wait,
It is.
1966. And Sybil, welcome.
And keep refreshing to see if there's anything new.
But yeah, I mean,
As we're talking.
so Nancy goes to the family's house at 5:32. She's dropped back off at 9:48. The garage door closes behind her at 9:50. 2 minutes with a cane. I think that's okay. I think you could make I just don't know what her mobility is like, but I think if she had the
Right.
little clicker with her, or maybe she had a code outside, I don't know what her situation is,
Yeah.
to walk in 20 feet probably to the door. I think that's manageable for a lady with a cane in 2 minutes.
Doris says, I can't say the word president.
Prednisone, maybe?
Thank you.
I don't know.
And blood thinners are horrible to the skin with long-term use. And Hobo Mom says, yes, I'm on blood thinners and I can barely bump my arms and it bleeds and bruises.
Well, and I know, like Granny, she did something the other day, and you would have thought I took a knife and cut her arm off because she hit the edge of our railing to throw her laundry over for me to take to the laundry room, and she
Mm-hmm.
hit the edge of the wood, and she has a gash like this long on her arm.
I remember even
awful.
when she was younger, it was bad when
Yeah.
things would happen. So I'm sure Granny could agree with that
Yes.
that those things happen.
Yes.
So then we know at
Take care of my
1:40
mother.
we know at
Don't let her
1:47
get hurt.
the
I'm
doorbell
trying.
camera disconnects. And I think they confirmed that they took the doorbell camera with them, right? Whoever took her is gone. I think he confirmed it was gone. And then 2:12 a.m. or maybe I'm wrong about that.
Ooh, Black Bear wonders if they can get them from a vet instead of a pharmacy. I don't know.
I don't know. I know they said that they were calling around at pharmacies and such looking to check.
The Mexico thing makes the most sense. I'm sorry. It does.
For the meds, it could,
It
yeah.
does. I mean, I order medicines from out of the country because they're less expensive.
You still got to, but okay, if it's the cartels, which they do stuff like that. I mean, they kidnap people. I mean, that's a common practice in Mexico. But why haven't they heard from the cartels yet?
Good point.
I mean, they'd hear from them by now.
And Nicey Marie says her husband bruises easily taking Equilis, blood thinners just a bump, and he has a fibrillator as well, a stent in his heart, no pacemaker.
And why? Okay, the cartels operate this way, but why not just stick to keeping it in Mexico? Would the cartels really want to go across the border, creating an international kind of situation with a?
I'm just
like
talking about the
this?
medicines. I'm talking about it's easy to drive from, because
Oh,
I
yeah.
have friends that live in Arizona that drive across the border all the time for various reasons. They go for a vacation for a few days. They'll go down there and get inexpensive like Botox and all kinds of different stuff. So I mean, I know that's kind of normal when you live in Arizona.
Yeah. I'm not dismissing that part of it.
Okay.
I'd like like she could be in Mexico and the medicines, anything else. I'm more just thinking out loud about.
Because isn't it like 40 minutes from the border?
Yeah, it's close. I'm just thinking of the standard cartel practice of, hey, we've got your son. He was in Mexico City, whatever.
Right.
Here's a picture. You've got a week, that 10 grand, 20 grand, the stuff they do.
But coming
But
to
to
someone's
cross our border
to
to
come into
target
someone's
this
house.
lady is a much higher risk than just keeping it within Mexico,
And
where
it-
they're kind of protected by their own government.
Siebert, nice. Welcome in. Great comment. The life insurance will pay more for an accident than an illness. I guess it depends on the policy, but that is definitely who knows? Could that be a motive? I don't know.
Quilting says the cartels are probably watching and laughing.
They might be. Yeah, Wowzer says, I'm a little hooked on the neighbor seeing the white van previously. That is interesting, especially a white van. You'd think that abductors would come up with a different plan, right?
Yeah.
Well, and another theory I heard from a newscaster said, they talked about Occam's razor. It's probably the most simple explanation. And they said, their opinion was that it was someone that knew her or someone that hired it to be done, that knew her and hired someone to do it, which is something we really haven't talked about.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It could have been a hired hit type of thing for a reason that was personal.
And
Well,
Holly recommended we do another poll on who we think family,
Then
friend,
that's-
stranger, or what else.
And that's another point too. If it is political, it could be a professional hit.
If it's political and a professional hit,
We may never find out.
we may never know.
Mm-hmm.
And if it's political, I would think it's almost more like a warning to someone, or kind of like
And like
here's
I said,
what we can do.
here's
You
what
need
we
to-
can do. Yeah.
That's
Next time it's you.
you're
Type of
sending
thing.
a message. We
Yeah.
can make people just disappear. That's terrifying, but that happens.
Yep.
What were Holly's choices? Those were good.
Family, stranger.
Family, friend, stranger, what else?
Yeah.
Or something else.
Professional hit. Well, Romy too said Savannah is rich, but
Yeah.
not super rich. I think the media said that she was worth about 45 million. I call that pretty rich. I don't call it mega rich, but 45 million is nothing to sneeze at.
It'd be enough to try to get a ransom out of someone, theoretically.
Oh yeah, of
Yeah.
course. Somebody with $100,000 or $25,000 is enough to get a ransom out of.
Right.
Yeah.
You know
But
what I mean?
she said she didn't think she was able to write a check for like $2 million. Well, most people
you know,
don't have that liquidity. It's tied up in real estate or stocks or crypto or whatever things that they invest in or metals, whatever it is.
Oh wait, what? Changed their name? Oh, okay. I got it.
Wait, 1966 is wait what?
Oh well, it's good to see you either way.
But even if she can't write more than a check for $2 million, that doesn't mean the abductor knows that.
Well,
That's exactly right.
I'm sure she's good for it. She's probably could get some type of.
And
person to help her.
Nicey Marie has a theory. She says, I believe inside job. They know her routine, her daily things she does. The dinner, I believe an argument came up. In my opinion, something she asked her mother and wouldn't give in. My thoughts only.
Interesting.
Yeah.
So far, 36 votes. It's leaning towards the family.
I'll tell you, we people have floated about 30 theories or so, and every time I read it, I think, okay, well, maybe. It seems
that's why it's fascinating. It's just fascinating.
Yeah, it's possible.
Okay, Kelsey says, does anyone know why they're even speculating or rumors from the news or other outlets that it was the son-in-law?
It kind of went like wildfire yesterday.
Ashley
Banfield reported it from an inside police source close to what was going on.
I'm surprised she did that.
She did it on her private. She did it not under News Nation. She did it under her private YouTube page. When I watched it, but she then came on like a couple other. I think she was on Megan Fox. She was on some other people's podcasts talking about it as well.
Oh, wow.
And she's still standing by it, right?
Yeah, she backed off a little bit.
I have a question for you that I need you to. You know what? I'll put it in back chat. It should come up there.
Okay. Where's back chat?
You'll see it in a minute.
Okay.
He doesn't, y'all. He didn't know what back chat is.
I know. I've heard of it. I just don't know where
It
to
says
actually
private
see it.
chat on the side. On
Okay.
It'll come up
StreamYard.
on the screen now. It will alert you that you have a message.
Yeah, I know what
Hold
you're about
on.
to say.
I just wanted to know if that person confirmed. That's all I'm asking. Well, I don't even have to ask now.
You don't have to ask. I know what you're talking about. Okay.
Never
Give me a
mind.
second. I don't know.
But
Romy 2 said she would get plenty of help for ransom, but FBI almost never pay a ransom, and if they don't provide proof of life, right? They're not going to send money out if there's no proof. That's for sure. No, and the FBI won't let the family send anything out if there's no proof either. I think the FBI is probably it's probably orchestrating what's being done.
Well, you know, when we had the 50,000 reward come up with Sebastian, I texted another law enforcement friend, actually not Detective Dan, but a different one.
Oh yeah, I remember this.
And I asked, "What does this mean to you? The $50,000 reward? What does that indicate to you?" And they said a reward that size would mean that they believed that it can get some movement, that it can work, because you have to go to your boss and say, we need 50 grand to make this happen. That they believed it could make something happen. So they do a reward that size because they think it could be effective. That's how they determine this.
That's interesting. Oh, I remember this.
Yeah. And then
Sybil, I did see that as well. Some other creators talking about the smugness and her smiling at the beginning before it started.
Well, that bothered me.
It was odd. It was odd.
The smile at the beginning.
Yeah, that's what I talked to Annie about this morning. I was like, that was really odd for me.
I can show that again if we want to do that real quick.
And I Am Quilting said, how do they send a note without getting caught? I would say it was an email.
Right.
I'll show what they're talking about, because it's right at the beginning, right?
Read Angel Wings.
I'm looking for it. I don't see it. Oh, here it is. At E, software detects person on camera at 212, but the door camera was disconnected at 147. So what camera was the person detected on? That I wondered the same thing. They didn't point that out in the press conference. He did go over the timeline, show the timeline, and I believe that was the timeline picture that we put up. And I think that obviously she had other cameras, or if the person tore the camera off, it still could have picked up something. I don't know. I really don't know. But I thought there was probably another camera.
Did the person come in the back door though? Could they have removed the door
camera?
Yeah. Could they have removed or disconnected the door camera from the inside, and then a different camera picks them up at 212 leaving?
Maybe.
And how accurate are these devices and apps necessarily? Like, are they, if it says 212, is it exactly 212? Do we know? Oh my, had a little crash.
I had to use the restroom.
Is there a delay sometimes on the signal going through? Like I wondered about the pacemaker thing. If it says 228, do we know that how precise that is, or can there be a lag sometimes?
I don't know. I know with ours, just at our home, it's instantaneous that it comes up, as soon as it's a detection or whatever, like if it's someone in the front, someone in the back. I mean, we get it's in real time, but I don't know about, I used to have a Nest camera, but then we got a professional system put in so that we've got alarms and everything. So it's a little bit different than what we used to have. But ours is Starflower. I have Vivint. That's what I have as well. I have that system and that service, and it's dead accurate. So I think it depends.
NorCal SoGal says Annie shook her head no, and Savannah said something like, "We know you're out there or coming back," or something like that.
Ooh.
I wondered. Actually, I checked to see today if he was doing it or not.
Did you answer?
You want to look at it real quick and see?
Did you answer while you're doing that, I will answer. Sybil is asking, can I ask beautiful E family, how is our honey son?
He's doing okay. He's kind of on the same track, healing slowly, but it is improving.
It is improving,
every
but it's
month. It's a
very
little
slow.
better. His spirits are probably better the last 2 or 3 weeks than they had
Mm-hmm.
been, and then he's got a surgery coming up soon, a little over a week.
Yeah, on the 16th, he's going to have the piece of his skull replaced with a fabricated skull.
Yes.
So a piece of a fabricated bone, I guess.
Which right now he's
Do they use a fake bone, or do they use cadaver?
It's like a synthetic, like
it's almost like
not bone at all,
It's like,
like
a 3D, almost like 3D printed, because they do it exactly to exactly like the piece that was removed.
so it should be like a perfect
Does
replica.
Does it fuse with the bone? I mean, does the bone fuse it? Like I had a wrist fusion, and they used cadaver bone in my wrist,
so that it would fuse.
So that it would fuse. And I just wondered if that might be a good question. I'm sorry to be off topic, but that's something I would ask.
Off topic.
I know there's going to be screws involved, but I don't know how it'll fuse later.
I've got plenty of hardware inside, but I also know that it can fuse, but they put the hardware in there in case it doesn't fuse, so that you've still got that continuity of control of that wrist. Where it's at on my wrist, the plate is here with screws and stuff in it, but it also they over time hope that the bone fuses with the cadaver bone.
We are seeing the neurosurgeon on Monday.
Yeah,
I don't know if you realize that, but we are.
Mm-hmm.
We've got 2 questions to ask.
Yeah.
There's another one. Remind me. There's one that they wanted to talk about that the physical therapist wants us to check on.
Okay.
So, thank you so much.
Thanks.
Yes, thank you for asking.
Oh, you're so sweet. Strength, love, hugs, prayers for you guys. I want to kiss him, hug him, and give him all my heart. Oh, that's so sweet.
Well, thank you. We appreciate it.
Thank you guys for all the hearts. The hearts are lovely, and we appreciate it. And we appreciate all the prayers and all the kindness you guys.
And he does too.
He does too.
Yes, he does.
Yes. Oh my goodness. Wowzer. Thank you so much. Another 10 memberships. Thank you so much.
20 new members tonight.
No, 30. Hobo did too.
Oh, okay. That's 30.
Thank you so much, Wowzer. We appreciate that.
Yes, we appreciate
means
it.
more than you know.
Thank you.
Yes, I heard that. C-Star, the sheriff did say that no cameras were smashed, because that was part of the inaccurate reporting at the beginning, that they said, media was saying that the cameras were smashed.
It's not exactly what he said.
Okay, time out.
He said, I don't know where that.
Hobo's mom before you guys stop.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay, if you were, or not Hobo's mom, but I mean Wowzer, if you received a gifted membership from Wowzer, please tell Wowzer thank you. That was very kind. And we are doing a trivia this weekend, 80s TV trivia for members only, and I'll put it up later.
He said, and he did this several times in that press conference. He said, I don't know where that information came from, but we're not confirming that any cameras were destroyed or anything like that. We don't know where that all came from. Well, that's not
true.
saying,
He didn't specifically say that didn't happen.
Yes, he's just saying he doesn't know where that came from, and we're not confirming that, right? Because he did that a few times.
I think you're right. I think that's exactly the way he portrayed it.
I think he's a little sly with the word games on that, because I think
okay.
But I could be, but maybe they weren't, or they were. I don't know.
Okay.
What?
It's we
got to wrap it up here soon.
Did you get a text that involved that?
I did not yet.
Okay.
But it may just be assumed.
I see.
But anyway, we can do this. I want to just see. Let's see if we let's watch Annie, because she's the one that has the son, the husband.
Okay.
That may or may not.
If you will text the person you're supposed to call, and tell them that we're running a little late, I will do that.
Okay.
What happened to her dog? Was it in the house? Was it gone when family showed up? I thought she had a dog that passed away about 6 months ago.
That's what I heard too.
I don't think she had one that was I don't think so, but I may be wrong. But I heard she had one that had passed away.
Well, that's great. That's great luck, Holly. Yeah, I've gotten those before too.
Wow. That's neat.
I've gotten those before too. I got one yesterday, actually.
I didn't know it did
watched
that.
that channel in a long, long time. You have to have gifting turned on.
Huh.
Okay, so we're watching for a couple of things here. People mentioned kind of a smile at the beginning and then her shaking her head no when she says, Mom coming back home. Okay. What was that? Okay.
I didn't do it.
Okay.
You did it. It's
Something
when you
happened.
hit play.
All right.
On behalf of our family, we want to thank all of you for the prayers for our beloved mom, Nancy. We feel them, and we continue to believe that she feels them too.
Well, there was a little head shake right there, wasn't there? Did you see that too?
All right, can you zoom in?
I'm gonna zoom in.
Can you?
It's slight, but she does it.
Are you able to zoom in?
No.
Okay. What if I take us off the screen? Will it make it bigger?
Probably.
Yeah.
That's better.
Okay. So when she says continues to feel, she does give a little head shake.
She feels them too.
Yeah, right there.
Oh.
Feel them.
Okay, I'm not going back far enough. Sorry.
We want to thank all of you for the prayers for our beloved mom, Nancy. We feel them, and we continue to believe that she feels them too.
Oh my.
Yeah.
Our mom
You're right.
is a
That
kind,
was very, very,
faithful,
very
loyal.
weird.
She definitely shook her head no.
Oh wow.
It was slight, but she did it.
Oh wow.
I don't know if she does it again or not. Let's just play it and see.
Fiercely loving woman of goodness and light. She's funny and spunky and clever. She has grandchildren that adore her and crowd around her and cover
Shake
her.
their head
faces.
yes there.
Mm-hmm.
She loves fun and adventure. She is a devoted friend. She is full of kindness and knowledge. Talk to her and you'll see.
The light is missing from our lives. Nancy is our mother. We are her children. She is our beacon. She holds fast to joy in all of life's circumstances. She chooses joy day after day. Despite having already passed through great trials of pain and grief, we are always going to be merely human, just normal human people who need our mom. Mama, if you're listening, we need you to come home. We miss you.
Our mom is our heart and our home. She's 84 years old. Her health, her heart is fragile. She lives in constant pain. She is without any medicine. She needs it to survive. And she needs it not to suffer. We too have heard the reports about a ransom letter in the media. As a family, we are doing everything that we can. We are ready to talk. However, we live in a world where voices and images are easily manipulated. We need to know, without a doubt, that she is alive and that you have her. We want to hear from you, and we are ready to listen. Please reach out to us. Mommy, if you are hearing this, you are a strong woman. You are God's precious daughter, Nancy. We believe and know that even in this valley, He is with you. Everyone is looking for you, Mommy, everywhere. We will not rest. Your children will not rest until we are together again. We speak to you every moment, and we pray without ceasing, and we rejoice in advance for the day that we hold you in our arms again. We love you, Mom.
Love you, Mom.
We love you, Mom. Stay strong.
We love you, Mom. We love
Sending our love to
I
the
didn't see it.
Well, other
Other
than
than
that,
that one part.
yeah.
It was just at the beginning.
Okay. If she did anything after that, that's the only part that, and maybe that's nothing, I don't know.
All right.
And even if even the little head thing, maybe that's nothing at all. Maybe it's something, it's really hard to say. Wowzer says she didn't see the smile.
It
It's
was
at the very,
actually like,
very beginning.
I mean, like even before anybody says a word.
It's before when she thinks she's not on camera.
NorCal says, I hope it's not the sister and husband. Imagine Savannah supposedly staying with her right now. I mean, it'd be devastating for the family for something like that. If it's somebody they know and love like that,
And hi, GTO guy. Nice to see you. And Sierra says when they talk about medicine, she does do some movement. And yeah, she did take a lot of deep breaths. But again, she could be on a medication to help her calm her nerves.
Yes.
We don't know. And we don't know how that affects her. So we can't jump to conclusions. But it is odd.
Yes.
I would want to hear her in a regular interview, quite frankly, not one that was written for her, like not a passage that was written for her,
Right.
probably by the FBI.
Well, he kind of went on about that. He was like, we kind of advise and guide, but we don't tell them what to do or whatever.
Exactly.
So they helped to a certain extent.
Yeah. NorCal saw it too. The smile is at the beginning before Savannah started. I think it's when she didn't realize she was on camera, like they had already started the camera. That's what it looked like to me.
Yeah, it was odd.
Yeah. And
I thought some of the phrasing was odd.
Yeah.
The human people thing, I thought that was an odd thing to say.
Somebody else mentioned that, yeah.
Yeah. That whole little set right there of things that they said, it was just odd.
Yeah, we already watched that, Lisa. She was saying that that they put another video out.
Yeah, the brother.
Cameron did.
And Wowzer's right. The eyebrows went up at some big moments. I zoomed in on her face and I didn't look at anybody else but her.
For people that missed it, I could do it real quick here.
It's not very long. Yeah.
So this was the brother today because the deadline from the ransom has passed.
Right.
This is Cameron Guthrie. I'm speaking for the Guthrie family. Whoever is out there holding our mother, we want to hear from you. We haven't heard anything directly. We need you to reach out and we need a way to communicate with you so we can move forward. But first, we have to know that you have our mom. We want to talk to you and we are waiting for contact. This is Cameron Guthrie.
All right. That's
Yeah,
pretty straightforward.
It's cold, robotic. He's reading off a paper. But I'm glad that he made a statement. It's like showing that they're all involved. I'm sure that's why it was done that way.
I wonder if there's any part of that statement that they were advised to put in there by their kidnappers. It would be hard to work random stuff in like that, and it would make it sound pretty weird. Oh, like a code of some kind. Maybe that's why there was some. Yeah, it's possible.
It could be.
Insert this word or phrase if you intend to pay this or whatever.
Maybe. I think the ransom thing is a red herring. I just think it's said, hey, look over here, and something else has already been done.
I was putting this question up by Kelsey.
Yeah.
Why even ask for a ransom and then not reach out?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And hello, Shauna Butterfly Kisses. Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that. Y'all, Shauna's sister is going through a difficult time with her treatments, and she had a surgery the other day. You all, please, if you don't mind, put some prayer hands in chat for her and give her a prayer as well. And let them send a super sticker. I'm excited to see what's it going to be. It's a rose. Thank you, Let Them 66. You are so sweet. I love my super stickers. Thank you.
Yes, Randa, I'm glad they asked for proof of life. I think they need to, if the ransom stuff is true, then they should be able to do proof of life. But
So
I think it was, I'm sorry to interrupt, but when Savannah mentions that in the first discussion, she talks about things that, can be made to look fake, like with all the AI and stuff, they could make a video and make it look like her. So I think that they were basically saying, we know that stuff's out there.
and maybe they did send something like that because we don't know what they got.
I just realized Lisa Boo is Lisa B always.
Lisa
Boo always. I just realized that. I was like, who's this new Lisa Boo? It's Lisa B. It's nice to see you.
I'm kind of surprised this thing hasn't been solved already.
I mean, it's 5 days. It's been, isn't today 5 days or?
Yeah, since the first.
And speaking of games, I just want to let Sharon Marlowe know that she is the captain.
Sharon's the captain.
Sharon's the captain tonight. So congratulations to Sharon. And I will play you the "Oh Captain, My Captain."
Captain, my captain. Captain, my captain. Captain, my captain.
Congratulations, Sharon.
Well, you deserve it. You're a great
the
supporter of the channel, so very good.
Sharon is our captain tonight.
There was another good comment back here that kind of Detective Mom says that this is certainly bringing everyone together. Right now, Nancy is America's mom, and we want her back.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I agree with that. That's a good way to look at it.
But I find it really odd that it's gotten so much media attention on the news outlets. I mean, it's gotten massive.
Well,
I mean, like Fox News, that's all they reported about today. And I flipped over a couple different channels. Everybody was reporting it. Like all that.
It's one of their own,
Right.
It's
That's
someone
true.
in their own community,
right.
somebody they're probably all hang out with and know, and they're friends with to a certain extent. And I mean, like I was saying, there's these where it's such a puzzle and it's so hard to understand what happened and why. I can't wrap my head around it. I don't know what happened to this lady. I really don't. I don't understand if we've got fake ransoms so far, which I think we mostly believe that these probably are hoaxes, but maybe not. Then why would you wait 5 days, 6 days to reach out? And if it's not a ransom situation, then why? Why take this lady from her house? What other reason is there? If we're all thinking she left alive, what she's not a person of power. She's not a. What was going on in this lady's life to make her the target for this? It's just really hard to understand.
Our Sweet Bliss says, I find myself constantly checking Brian Nitton's channel multiple times a day. Yeah, he's there, right?
Yeah, he was the guy that asked a question at the press conference.
He's a great reporter. And Shauna says, in my opinion, it was a professional caregiver because they had the knowledge to turn off the connection for the pacemaker.
Yeah, and
they would know the layout of the house and where all the cameras were. I didn't even think about a professional caregiver that might come into the house.
Well, she also had gardeners, a housekeeper. I mean, she had people that worked on her property that would all have access to that information and know what's around there.
And Rosebud also says she has been a member for 12 months. Thank you so much, Rosebud. We appreciate you so much. And we appreciate you being a crime dog for 12 months. That's a long time.
Yeah.
She says, I'm not going anywhere. Best community ever. Thank
you, Rosebud. You're awesome.
We love having you here. We know we just remind you of your family.
Well, Jesse Waters also made a couple points just now on X. He said there's still no proof of life, blood trails from the house to the driveway, security cameras disabled. If this was about money, you don't go to TMZ. You don't make it national.
Oh,
investigators are now focused on proof of life. Another deadline is approaching and nothing adds up. So that's like I said, I think the ransom stuff's just red herrings.
Yeah. Why would you?
Yeah.
Great point. Why would you go to TMZ? You would quietly ask for the money.
Right. You wouldn't want to alert the feds.
Right. going to TMZ makes it seem like a hoax.
Dang, I feel stupid now.
That's right.
It's a good point.
It's a great point.
And Wow wants to know if she had memory problems. I don't think so. They said she was sharp.
They say sharp as an attack. Yeah, that's
and
one of the...
off topic, Nicole wants to know, did you know that Marilyn Monroe used Vaseline for makeup primer?
I did not know
I did
that.
not know that. I'm glad you all love the off topic as much as I do.
Off topic.
Sue Anna is saying if it was another reporter that was jealous, they'd go to another online person, I think.
Yeah. No, I think I feel dumb for not putting that together myself, honestly. That's a good point.
It is.
You wouldn't go to TMZ.
No.
You'd do it quiet.
Yes, you try to back channel and keep it as quiet as possible. Going to TMZ
Red
sounds
herring.
like somebody
That
just...
was my gut was red herring.
Yeah.
So okay. But I didn't think about it like that.
Either red herring or just somebody trying to get attention
Right.
and trying to...
Patricia says it all goes back to who would profit from her death. Unfortunately.
And that's the tough question, because it doesn't seem like anybody does in a huge way, but we don't know. We just don't know her situation.
Yeah, Brian hasn't put anything up for over 2 hours, so there's not much going on right now on that.
Yeah, we did talk about this one earlier.
If it's TMZ, LOL. Maybe they're trying to detract from the
from
files.
The files, right?
Because their captain over there is named. So
right, or you would and even if you were going to go to media, you'd go to NBC. That's the fastest way to get a hold of her.
Back on track with Kat says off
I'm
topic
sorry.
is the new squirrel.
Yes. Well, I probably should go. I'm late on a phone call.
That you're supposed to have.
We're supposed to have. He has texted back yet.
I saw a message and you all got to talking and I got distracted. Where is it? I wanted to say
yes, Brian is everywhere. He's on the scene. He's a great one to follow.
He's footloose and fancy free.
I just really kind of started following him in the last month or so, but he is great. Brian Ensign is really good.
I've been following him since he did a several series report on the sheriff that went in and shot the judge in Eastern Kentucky.
Yeah.
In that case, and he did a huge expose series on what was behind all of that and what they, trying to tie it all together. It was really good. That's when I started following him.
It might. Oh, it was a while ago. It was it Wannabe Sleuth and Something's son's birthday? That's what it was.
What?
Her son Kennedy. It was his birthday. I'm so sorry. Yes, Wannabe Sleuth and Something. My boy's almost a whole decade, but we wish him happy birthday. Of course we will. I'm so sorry that we got distracted.
Oh, I didn't see this.
Can Kennedy get a quick happy birthday if you have time? He turns 9 tomorrow.
Is it this?
Happy birthday, Kennedy.
Happy birthday, Kennedy.
Is it this one?
Well, I think you guys are doing the confetti.
I can do the balloons.
So yeah, happy birthday,
and then
Kennedy.
we'll do a quick little song. This is for Kennedy. Happy birthday. Happy 9th birthday.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday to you.
I'm so happy
That's awesome.
I remembered it.
10's a great age.
It's a great age.
It's a very fun age. That's fantastic.
I definitely do not want to miss that. And also, I want to thank, I'm going to do my Sally Field clip real quick to thank everybody for their super chats, super stickers, and memberships. Thank you guys. We appreciate it.
But I want to say thank you to you. I haven't had an orthodox career, and I've wanted more than anything to have your respect. The first time I didn't feel it, but this time I feel it, and I can't deny the fact that you like me. Right now, you like me.
And that's a thank you to Wowzer, Sharon Marlowe, Bliss Blessing, Wannabe Sleuth and Something, Let Them, Melissa French, Angel Wings, Nina Drew, Little Black Bear, Hobo Mom, Lisa, the Lisa Platt, Wowzer, Let Them, and Rosebud.
I'm not singing.
No, it was not her voice.
No, she has a terrible voice. She doesn't think she does.
Terrible. It's not terrible. It's horrible, but you know.
Lisa, you haven't been around a while. That's our new thank you.
I didn't see that, Real Me Too. I'm anxious. Let me know if you're still planning on going. I'm just kind of curious.
She needs to rest. I told her she can't go.
Yes.
I want her to rest. She's sick.
And if y'all are joining us a little bit late, we will be here with a special guest next week.
I'll put it up one more time.
February 11th.
I don't think Real Me Too got to see it.
No.
We have a special guest next Wednesday, the 11th at 6 p.m. Central.
Yes. So this is Detective Dan Whitehurst. He was a detective in Nashville for many years. A good friend of us. We've been wanting to have him on for a while, and finally we're going to do that. He's going to come on and give us his. We're going to talk a little bit about a variety of things.
Questions,
but we're going to kind of lay out the Sebastian Rogers case for him and get his thoughts on it.
Mm-hmm.
We'll be very active in the chat that night.
Mm-hmm.
For anyone that kind of wants to talk to Dan, get his take from professional experience on this case, how you approach it, and any questions you guys have. He's a great, funny guy, and he was
he voted
decorated detective and everything else,
and voted funniest cop in America.
Voted funniest cop in America,
Yeah.
and I don't remember the year, but it's been a few years ago.
We were dating.
He entered that contest and won that, and so yeah, he should be a great guest for us, and we're going to have him over at the house and hang out a little bit.
I'm making him dinner. If he has any suggestions, let me know. I'm making him dinner first.
What do you?
We're gonna have dinner with the kids and then do the stream.
So we're excited about it, and hopefully it'll be a thing he'll do in the future with us after this. So anyway, so we'll also probably be back this weekend with another stream that we're planning. But
Rosebud said, and he's good looking. He's grown a little bit of a beard since this picture. I want him to shave it, but I'm not his mom.
We'll probably talk about that on Wednesday. Shaving the beard, because he's in retirement, so he's in retirement. He's grown the beard out.
Yes, he's a very funny guy too, you guys. He's a super funny guy.
And Dan is a handsome guy.
Yes, he is
a handsome guy,
but it is covered up by a beard now. So.
But well, great. So anything else before we go? Because I do need to.
He does need to go because we're
Michelle,
late. And it's rude.
Michelle had a bunch of questions. Just posed a bunch of questions before. She just said, "What about the timeline of the Uber pickup?" And when she went to Annie's house, son-in-law brought her home. Who opened the garage door? Who has the clicker? Lots of unanswered questions right now. So I think those are all great questions, and we'll continue to follow this and report on it as things develop.
And Sammy, that's going to be next Wednesday, the 11th at 6 p.m. Central. I'm going to put it up well in advance. I'm working on the the thumbnail today. So I'll get it up and put it on there so you guys can set your notifications. All right. Well, thank you guys so much. And thanks for spending your evening with us. We know that you could be anywhere, and we are so happy you're here with us. And, thank you, little black bear. Much love to you. And good health and God's protection always ease. Thank you so much. That's so sweet. And thank you for all of our new people that visited tonight. We hope you'll come back and see us.
And prayers to all of our people that are under the weather, Hobo Mom, Real Me Too, and always praying for Middle E.
Oh,
thank you. And just before we go, I just wanted to, Real Sergeant Tom says the garage door has an outside clicker box, so that answers that question we had earlier, if she had a clicker with her or not.
Yeah, because a lot of people have the ones where you just put in a code and open the box, put in the code, and you don't even have to have a clicker.
Wowzer says, great job tonight. And Real Sergeant Tom says, thanks for the show. So glad I discovered this awesome hangout. Well, we're happy to have you, and we hope to have you back sometime.
Yeah, I love the avatar there too. So good to
Yeah,
meet
that's cool.
Yes, thank you. You all have a wonderful night, and we will see you soon.
you. Good night, everybody.
Good night.
Hi, everybody.
All of our awesome moderators, subscribers, and members. Have a
Thank
great
you.
We remember you. We remember you. Ooh. We're still here for you. We'll shine a light for you. We're holding on to hope for you. We remember you. We remember you. Ooh. We're still here for you.